here, but just proud of the guys. 18 innings, and I thought we were good. There wasn't really any lulls. Obviously, we swung in a really good day for us offensively, but pitched it and competed. Tried to stay as much as we could, out of the big inning against two really good offenses. But today's another day.
And we're playing for the championship of the regional. This Murray State team, we know they're going to, fight back. They're still got some runs last night. It's a very good offensive team, so we got to bring that game again.
No doubt, and everybody's in the same position pitching-wise. They're going to start their Saturday guy that threw, about 80 or so pitches on Saturday, and obviously we're going with Walker Hooks, but everybody's checking all the available arms and trying to stock that cupboard and getting ready for the baseball game to see who's available.
What is your thought process? I know that on this day, there's probably kids on all these teams across the country. When the coach comes to them and asks them, "Can you go today?" They're going to say yes. I would think, even if they do feel a little bit tired. But what is going to be the determining factor on who's available, who's not available?
It's just who can be effective, I lean on, obviously, Coach Mangrum, and he's done a terrific job. One, managing the staff and putting them in a position where they could succeed in postseason and where you can push them a little bit. If you're going to push them, this is where you want to push them. You don't want to push them in March and April to where you're not going to have their best in postseason. So, one, credit to him. But two is his relationship with them and trust. Everybody wants to be out there. Everybody wants the ball, and you want them to want that. But, to try to pick the spots in the game where you think they're going to be most effective, and you hope that you're correct with most of those decisions. So.
Well, and, fans have been fantastic. We've drawn over 11,000 for every game we've played. We anticipate that again. I think it's a good time. Locals can get here, go to work, get here, and you got Memphis and Jackson get here and get back home. So you should have another outstanding crowd. I really do think they've been a difference maker.
They really have, and you're right. More than 11,000. We haven't had, I think, under 11,600 and change. The 3 days that we've played, and so you're hopeful that that's going to happen again. Sometimes the Monday crowd's a little lighter, but we don't need that. You're right, especially in that Georgia Tech game, and one of those hard fought battles where it went back and forth. I really think one of the differences was the crowd, and just proud of the way our fans have always shown up and want to be here, enjoy postseason baseball here at Swayze, and got one more left here.
All right, Coach. Thank you.
Thank you.
Championship game, Ole Miss and Murray State coming up. We'll continue their pregame show shortly on the Ole Miss Radio Network.
It's Friday Night Baseball, and my son Josh is at the plate. Me, I'm live streaming the whole thing to the entire family, even cousin Henry in Wisconsin. No one misses a thing thanks to Ceasefire. Oh my gosh, he just crashed into left field! Woohoo!
Connecting you to what inspires you most on Ceasefire's blazing fast 5G network. And right now, get the latest 5G phone on us. Ceasefire, inspired by you. 5G not available in all areas. Capable device required. See ceasefire.com for details.
Oh, did you get us switched over to shelter insurance?
Actually, I found a deal online.
You did? Does your deal come with award-winning customer service?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Does the deal include a local agent?
Doesn't actually say.
Can we create a customized plan that fits our needs? Let's just call the local shelter agent.
For insurance that fits just right, find a shelter agent near you. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Ole Miss baseball lives here.
Swung on, hit deep to right field, toward the wall, toward the foul pole. It is gone!
On the Ole Miss Sports Network from Learfield.
Comes to a gun suicide attempt, all it takes is a moment.
My son Ricky took his life by the use of a firearm. It broke me, and I contemplated suicide. My grandson, I was going to have to be here for him. I still own my firearm. I keep it in a safe because I want to keep my grandson and myself safe.
Store your guns, locked, unloaded, and away from ammo. Hear more safe stories at endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by Brady and the Ad Council.
This message is for Shauna, my mom who just finished her high school diploma. I wanted to say I'm so proud of you for finishing school. You taught me it's never too late to achieve your dreams. I hope to make you as proud as you have made me.
When you graduate, they graduate. Finish your high school diploma for you and for them. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to the Ole Miss Miss Dugout Show. It's time now for today's starting lineups, brought to you by Atmos Energy, your natural gas company.
A trip to the Super Regionals at stake between Ole Miss and Murray State at Swayze Field this evening. Dave Pulaski back inside the Learfield Network studios. Here's the defensive alignment for the Rebels, who will be the home team for this matchup with the Racers. Going left to right in the outfield is Mitchell Sanford, Isaac Humphrey, and Hayden Federico. On the infield, Luke Hills at third base. The shortstop is Braden Randall. Second baseman's Judd Utermark. At first base is Will Furness. Austin Foley behind the plate. Walker Hooks will be on the mound for Ole Miss. Before we get to the Murray State lineup, we'll pause 10 seconds for station identification here on the Ole Miss Radio Network. Murray State's lineup has Jonathan Hogart leading off playing center field, Dustin Mercer's in right field batting second, Carson Garner, the third baseman, bats third, Dom Decker, the second baseman, in the cleanup spot. Luke Mastoni is the first baseman hitting fifth. Will Vierling is the catcher batting sixth. Dan Tauken is the left fielder batting seventh. Nico Bermio, the DH, hits eighth, and Connor Cunningham is the shortstop batting ninth, with Isaac Silva on the mound for the Racers. We'll have the first pitch coming up from Swayze next on the Ole Miss Radio Network.
Today's starting lineups have been brought to you by Atmos Energy, your natural gas company. The first pitch is coming your way next as Ole Miss baseball continues right after these messages.
When you choose natural gas, chocolate chip cookies get a little tastier. Homes get a little cozier. Bank accounts tend to put on some weight. Towels get fluffier. Showers stay hotter for longer. And our blue planet gets a little greener. When it comes to choosing energy that's clean and efficient, nothing else could be more American. Atmos Energy, your natural gas company.
The passion, the tradition, the rivalries. Sirius XM is your destination for all things college sports. And we've got you covered on Sirius XM College Sports Radio. There's complete coverage of every major conference, plus live games and 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along on the Sirius XM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now you can get 3 months of Sirius XM free. Subscribe now and see offer details at SiriusXM.com/College Sports Radio 25.
Hitting them long and touching them all.
Yes, sir, baby. That ball is out of here.
This is Ole Miss Baseball from Learfield.
You said you'd never buy your kid candy from the checkout aisle. Or forget extra diapers. You'd never lick your thumb to clean their face. Never, ever become a minivan mom. So when you say you'd never leave your child in a hot car, no, it can happen. Cars get hot fast, and kids can be at risk in temperatures as low as 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Never happens. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
August was born 3 pounds, 9.8 ounces. When I first saw him, it was a whole range of emotions. There's stuff I still want to do. Being a young dad, it's not giving up. It's shifting. I looked through his eyes. I can envision the whole future with him already. To throw the first football to him, give him ice cream for the first time. My life is now devoted to his life.
Through all of fatherhood's firsts, never stop being a dad. Visit fatherhood.gov to hear more. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
He's swinging and a miss. He struck him out.
Toddy toddy.
And there's a dog pile for the Rebels.
This is Ole Miss Baseball.
You can forget it because it's out of here. Showers in the outfield. That was a rob job. A towering shot to the wall. Grand slam. And it is in time for the double dip. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And the Ole Miss Rebels are your national champions.
It's time to play ball. Today's play-by-play coverage of Ole Miss Baseball is brought to you by C Spire, official wireless provider of Ole Miss Athletics. Ford, Mississippi Ford dealers in the Ford F-150, official truck of the Ole Miss Rebels. And by Regions. Get your Ole Miss Regions Visa debit card or prepaid Regions Now card today. Once again, here's the voice of the Rebels, David Kellum.
Welcome back to Swayze Field, Oxford University Stadium. The Rebels have taken the field. The crowd has grown dramatically. We kind of felt like it'd be sort of a late
arriving crowd, but it's a big one as we get ready for Ole Miss and Murray State. Winner goes to the Super Regionals as we're wrapping up the Oxford Regional here this evening. Our umpires for this game, home plate is Jake Eulenhop. First base is Mike Jarbo. Second base is Josh Shepis. Daniel Jimenez is the third base umpire. The third base coach for Murray State is Anthony Ortega. And the first base coach is Hunter Wolf. Rebels wearing their white pants with a navy blue stripe, navy blue tops again. I like those. White numbers on the back. Rebels across the chest in red, trimmed in white. The navy blue hat with a red block M. Some guys got on red shoes. Some guys, what's Hill wearing? He's got powder blue shoes on over there. Those are sweet.
Those are new.
I like it. And Murray State wearing their traveling gray with their navy blue hat and a rider on the horse logo. Navy blue numbers for Murray State. Racers across the chest. Walker Hooks taking his final warm-ups. He'll face Hogart, Mercer, and Garner here in the top of the first, and we're just moments away from the first pitch of this one. Jonathan Hogart, as Dave gave you the starting lineups, they're actually the same as we had last night. He's a redshirt senior from Madisonville, Kentucky, transfer from Louisiana Tech, and a right-handed hitter, throws right-handed as well. And then on deck, Dustin Mercer, the right fielder, bats and throws left-handed. He's a graduate from Weddington, North Carolina, Virginia Tech transfer. And Hooks will at least have to see the third guy as well. Carson Garner, the third baseman's a right-handed senior from Franklin, Tennessee. Jonathan Hogart's been tough on us. .338 average. He now has 19 homers on the year to lead the Racers. 60 RBIs is second on the team. 32 homers of the last two seasons, including 3 over the last 2 years against Ole Miss. Right-handed batter against a left-handed pitcher. And here comes the first pitch of the game. Hooks, kicks, fires. In there for a call. Strike one. We're underway in a championship game of the Oxford Regional. Hogart had a home run in the first game of this regional. Ole Miss on the first pitch he saw. Takes a breaking ball inside for ball one, and they went on to win 9-6. Then the second game last night hit another home run. 2-run homer in the second, back when it was still a game. Hit a home run last year, 3-run shot. This one's fouled off for strike. Strike two. That was in a midweek game that went 15 innings. And Murray State won it.
Yeah, Hogart's 6 for 15 so far in this Oxford Regional. That's a 400 clip. The guy on deck's only better. 9 for 12 for a 750 clip.
Woo. Ground ball rolled toward Udemark. He's going to glove it at second. Throw to first. One away. So Walker Hooks gets a big guy out there. Now he'll deal with Dustin Mercer. Mercer's hitting .356 on the year. Leads the team in batting average. No homers and 37 RBIs. As we told you a few times in the broadcast, Dustin Mercer was the OVC Freshman of the Year back in 2022 for this team and has continued to do a great job in the Missouri Valley Conference that they're in now. They've just been in the Missouri Valley for 3 years. Breaking ball over for a call, strike one to Mercer. You know, in game one, he really gave us problems. He's the guy that's hit all the doubles. He had 4 doubles in the first game. the breaking ball away for ball one. 3 of them right down the third base line. 1 of them tipped off the glove of Furness. And then in the 19-8 win last night, hit a double just over Hill, and then 1 into left center. Breaking ball misses inside. Doesn't have any home runs. He's got a bunch of doubles, and he has 6 of those against the Rebels in this regional.
He's got 7 total in the regional. That's unbelievable. In 3 games. He's played in 3 games in this regional. 7 doubles.
Swung on. He lifts it foul left side. Makes me nervous when he goes oppo. Foul balls are brought to you by Guarantee Bank, Integrity Trust, and a personal touch for all of your banking needs. We're more than a bank. We're a community. Guarantee Bank. Pitches low at 83 for ball 3. 3-2 now to Dustin Mercer. And a pitch. Swung on, lifted to right field, going back. Federico's got room, settles and makes the catch a step before the warning track. 2 away.
They bailed it up. 101 off the bat. Exit velocity for Mercer, but we had him play perfectly. The freshman able to run it down there in right field. 2 outs for Walker Hooks.
Carson Garner, the third baseman's been at Murray State for a while. He's got 16 homers, second on the team, 55 ribbies, hitting .271. He started all 169 games played over the last 3 seasons. Takes a strike, and the count is 0-1 to Garner. Garner in the win for Murray State didn't do much. He had a single and a sac fly for an RBI. Got a ground out RBI, so a little production there, but only the 1 hit. Here's his pitch. Swung on. That's a fly ball to right. And Federico has a bead on it. He's under it. Has it. And 1, 2, 3. Go the Racers in the top of the first. Good start for the freshman Hooks.
Really good start, Dave. He was able to locate the fastball and the breaking balls. Good start for the Rebels here in Game 7.
Bottom of the first coming up. This is the Ole Miss Radio Network.
Hey, Rebel fans. Got a house hotter than a Mississippi summer or pipes colder than your team's rival? It's time to call Air South Cooling, Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical. Whether it's cooling you down, heating you up, fixing those leaky pipes, or keeping your lights on, Air South's got your back. We're the champions of home comfort, just like your Rebels on the field. Call Air South Cooling, Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical today, where your home is our home field. Call Air South now at 662-304-8412. Air South, we care more.
Next up at the plate, C Spire Business.
With C Spire Business on your side, you'll have the best-in-class IT solutions you need to load the bases in your favor. With smart collaboration tools on first, cybersecurity on second, and certified expertise on third, helping you read the curveballs
It's out of here.
and knock it out of the park. All-star technology, game-changing results. C Spire, inspired by you.
Strength Roofing and Siding presents our starting battery for your Ole Miss Rebels. Strength Roofing and Siding, serving Jackson and surrounding areas since 1979. Visit roofingms.com to get your free roofing inspection today. And our battery, they got them so fast I didn't get to give it to you, but it's Walker Hooks and, of course, Austin Fawley in this game. Mitch Sanford will lead off for Ole Miss, the Rebel left fielder. 314 hitter. 17 homers, 46 RBIs. Second on the team in RBI. Had a chance to visit with Mitch before the game. I said, Mitch, you were at LSU, a couple of years. What did you think about this atmosphere compared to LSU? He said, this atmosphere wasn't as good as when I came here to play with LSU. And he was telling me tongue-in-cheek. I said, well, yeah, I forgot about that. That's probably a heater. Played with Drew Bianco for a little while. Drew, of course, is through with baseball. But Mitch has had a good regional so far, Hindu.
Yeah, he's been hot. He's been exactly what we needed at the top of that lineup, David. He comes in at a 471 clip, 8 for 17 in the Oxford Regional. A couple of home runs for him as well. We mentioned as a team, 16 coming into this one in 4 games. The most we had ever hit in the regional was 9, David.
Sanford leads the team with 25 multiple hit games, and he'll bat first against the right-hander, Isaac Silva. We have not faced him yet. Here's the pitch outside. And the count is 1-0 to Sanford. Sanford, left-handed hitter against a right-handed pitcher. Talking in left, Hogard in center, Mercer in right for Murray State. There's a strike on the inner edge. And the count 1-1. Garner at third, Cunningham at short, Decker at second, Mastoni at first, Veerling catching. Tyler Keenan's coaching the first base box for Ole Miss. Hitting coach Mike Clement in the third base box. The 1-1. That's outside for ball 2. 2-1. Silva was the starting pitcher against Georgia Tech. Now, Murray State won the game, but he got chased, gave up some runs, lasted 4 innings. The 2-1 to Sanford. Swing and a foul tip that rolls back to the backstop, and the count is 2-2. Just got a little bit of that one. I asked Mitch about, bouncing back, long day yesterday. He said, we're ready to go. He said, I'm glad we're not playing 2, though. But said the team was very focused. The 2-2 pitch swung on, fouled off first base side over the Rebel dugout. Connor Spencer got out of the way and shook his fist. Those things are ugly finders, we used to call them. It hits you, you're the ugliest guy in the dugout. So you got to be quick. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Sanford. And a pitch. Swung on. It's a high fly ball, shallow left field. Coming on hard is Talkin. He's under it and has it for the out. 1 away for Ole Miss. Luke Hill will be the batter. Leads the team with a .335 batting average. 8 homers, 38 RBIs on the year for Hill. Luke Hill named second team All-SEC third baseman. We mentioned leads the team now with 46 walks. And his first pitch swung on and fouled away for strike 1. 0-1 to Hill. Hill's hitting .412 in the regional. 7 hits and 17 at bats. The 0-1 to Hill. Swing and a miss for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes from Silva.
That's a really sharp slider, David. You can see why he is so tough on right-handers.
No balls, 2 strikes to Hill. That one misses way outside for ball 1. Probably intentional. Try to get him to chase it. No score. Bottom of the first. Rebels the home team with 1 out, nobody on. The 1-2 to Hill. Swung on and fouled off. Kind of hung that one inside a little bit. It was 79. Count stays 1-2 to Hill. Isaac Silva's been their Saturday starter all year, game 2 starter, if you will. This one's fouled away, too. Pitches just 2 days ago as a starter, trying to start this one. The 1-2 to Hill. Missed a little bit low, ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Silva ready again. Winds, kicks, and fires. Fouled away again. Silva's got his pants. He looks like a football guy, doesn't he? He's got his pants pulled up above the knees, almost mid-thigh, and then the long stockings with the yellow stripes. The 2-2 to Hill. Swing and a miss, held on by the catcher, Veerling, and Hill strikes out. Elevated fastball at 93, 2 down.
That's a good battle from Luke Hill right there against Silva. Silva wins it, fastball.
Will Furness will be the batter. .307 average, 12 homers, 46 RBIs. Left-handed hitter. And here's his pitch. Takes a fastball for a strike and a count 0-1 to Furness. Furness had a couple of singles in the first game of this regional against Murray State. And then last night, couple of home runs. First 2 home run game in his career. This one misses away for ball 1. Both of them were Oppo homers for the left-handed hitter. Well, Silva trying to have an easy inning in the bottom of the first. 2 down, nobody on. 1-1 to Will Furness. And a pitch. Downstairs for ball 2. 2-1. Isaac Silva, 6'2" from Las Cruces, New Mexico. He was at Troy originally, and then got in the portal to go to Murray State. The 2-1 to Furness. Just missed inside. Ball 3. Fastball. 3-1 now to Will. And the 3-1 on the way. Swung on, fly ball foul, third base side, out of play. And the count goes full now to Furness. Good cut, a little bit late on it. Silva ready, his payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, 3/4 swing. He went around on a bad one at his feet. Would have been ball 4. He'll strike out. And both pitchers get 1, 2, 3s. And Silva with a couple of strikeouts. We go to the second inning next. This is Rebel Baseball from Learfield.
You took the first step and quit smoking, but even former smokers may still be at risk for lung cancer. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know about a new low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early. It takes only 60 seconds and could save your life. You took the first step, now take the next. Visit SaveByTheScan.org for a simple quiz to see if you're eligible and talk to your doctor about screening. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Uh-oh, Brad's buzzed. Oh, yeah? Yeah, he's starting with the woots. And now a speech.
I just want to say that friendship is about heart and brain. Who's with me?
Good thing is, he knows when he's buzzed.
And my brain is saying, when it's time to go home, somebody call me a ride.
Love that guy.
Me too.
Know your buzzed warning signs? Call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
No scores. We head to the top of the second inning here in Oxford between Ole Miss and Murray State. Wade Incorporated has been serving Mississippi as your John Deere dealer since 1909 with 14 locations to choose from. Be sure to visit your nearest Wade Incorporated dealership for all of your lawn, small, and large tractor needs. When it comes time to choose, remember, nothing runs like a Deere. 4, 5, and 6 coming up for Murray State in the second, as Walker Hooks got him 1, 2, 3 in the first with a ground out, line out, fly out. Dom Decker, second baseman, hitting .339, no homers, 40 RBIs. Lefty on lefty here. Pitch to Decker. Breaking ball over for a strike one call. Decker in the first game of this regional against Ole Miss had an RBI single and a walk. Then last night he was 0 for 4 with a walk, a couple of strikeouts. This one's line foul into the stands to the left. Count 0-2 to Dom Decker. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball away for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And a 1-2 pitch. Ground ball, third base line, backhand by Hill. He'll throw to first, one hop, and it is going to pull Furness off the bag. He just kind of threw it off balance, and Furness going toward the outfield had to vacate the bag to catch it on a bounce, and then that will give Murray State a base runner.
Yeah, I don't think a good throw would have gotten him anyway, David. He may could have planted his feet and tried to get more on it, but probably going to be an infield single all the way around.
And it is, and there's a base runner for Murray State. Luke Mastoni will be the batter. First baseman hitting .333, 3 homers and 48 RBIs. Stepping to throw to first and the runner back. looks hard to run on. He's second on the team to Elliott in pickoffs with 5. There's a base hit, line drive through the left side. Mastoni with a single, first and second, no outs. And Bierling will bat, the left-handed hitting catcher. Bierling, the transfer from Louisville, as we talked about. Played with Isaac Humphrey there. Well, the Racers got something going in the top of the second. Decker and Mastoni both with singles. The pitch to Bierling in there for a strike. 86 on that pitch, 0-1 to Bierling.
He has not attempted a sacrifice bunt this season.
The pitch, breaking ball, grounded toward Furness, gets the backhand grab, and Hooks is late getting to the bag. Furness can't beat him, and everybody's safe. Boy, defense not looking good early either. Bases loaded, no outs.
Not sure why Will didn't go to second right there, though.
Yeah.
Ball was taking him that way.
Well, a golden opportunity for the Racers here in the second. They're going to rule that one a hit as well, as we could not make the play on a ground ball to first. Now left-hand hitting Dan Talkin, the left fielder. And here's his pitch. Breaking ball low for ball 1. Talkin hitting .269, 10 home runs, leads the team with 71 RBIs, and he's up with the bases loaded here. Hooks, kicks, and delivers. There's the strike, and the count 1-1. And a pitch. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball for strike 2. Talkin had a good regular season game against Ole Miss. He got 3 hits, couple of singles, and well, actually 3 singles and a run scored. The 2 games in the regional here, though, he has gone hitless. 0 for 7. Does have a couple of walks against Ole Miss. The 1-2 pitch. Ground ball right side. Furness will glove, and he's going to go over and step on the bag, and again didn't try to go to second, get the lead guy. Run will score. 1-0. Murray State strikes first. Mastoni goes to third. Bierling to second. Talkin is out 3 unassisted for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, that ball just wasn't hit hard enough, I don't think, David, to go to second base, get the lead runner. Ends up being a pretty productive at bat for Talkin.
Decker scoring. And Murray State strikes first. 1 down for the 8-hole hitter, the DH Nico Bermio, right-handed batter against a left-handed pitcher, sitting .378, a home run and 7 RBIs. Ground ball to Hill, and looks the runner back. Now will fire to first. 1-hop grab by Furness, who held the bag. Wow. Whew. We are just not throwing the ball very good. It's been that way almost the entire tournament. That was a heck of a play, though. It keeps the runners where they are. And I'm not so sure Hill didn't intentionally throw the 1-hopper in the grass there. But it just forced Will to have to reach way out toward the outfield. That was the maximum length for Will Furness. 2 down for Cunningham. The 9-hole hitting shortstop, .256 average, 6 homers, 35 RBIs. Left-handed hitter. It's the lefty pitcher, misses away on a breaking ball for ball 1. Well, big moment in the game right here. Murray State would love to jump out 3-zip. A base hit would probably do that. Rebels would like to keep this to just 1 run given up in the top of the second. Second and third, 2 outs. The 1-0 to Cunningham. Missed inside for ball 2, 2-0. Cunningham hit in the 9-hole last night, was 1 for 4. A walk and a run scored, and an RBI double late in the game. Pitch a strike, nips the outer edge. Count 2-1. Good location away from the left-handed hitter. Cunningham, their hotshot freshman from Batesville, Arkansas, 2 times All-State in Arkansas. He was the co-freshman of the year in the Missouri Valley this year. Little nubber right side. Hooks is going to pick it up. Nope, he can't pick it up. A run will score. He reached down with the glove to pick it up, just didn't do it. We are not playing real good defense. It's not necessarily errors, but some plays out there that should have been made. That'll make it 2-0.
Hey, just giving teams extra outs. Now they'll get back to the top of their lineup.
Be an infield single, I would imagine. They may go error. They're going single. RBI for Cunningham. Scores Mastoni. First and third, 2 down. And back to the top of the order to Jonathan Hogarth. 4 hits in this frame for Murray State. First and third, 2 down. And a pitch. Breaking ball falls in for strike 1 to Hogarth. He grounded out to second base in the first.
Yeah, they've got 4 hits and not one has left the infield.
I know it. A bunch of numbers everywhere. 0-1 to Hogarth. Stepping to throw to first. Runner gets back. Kind of a low throw to first base. Backhanded there by Furness. Runners to the corners with 2 down. 0-1 to Hogarth. Now Coach Mangrum calls time to go out and visit with Hooks. So single, infield single, infield single, infield single. Ground out, RBI single. Meeting continues with Coach Mangrum. Now he's ready to head back to the dugout. Umpire just stays at home plate. Top of the second inning. Murray State leading this championship game 2-0 over Ole Miss. 0-1 to Hogarth. Right-hander up and throwing for the Rebels. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled off first base side and out of play. Count now 0-2 to Jonathan Hogarth. Hooks checks the runners and delivers the 0-2. Bounced that one in the dirt, blocked up by Foley. The runner at first thought about going but did not, so the count is 1-2 to Hogarth.
Yeah, he just didn't get a good read. That's the ball in the dirt.
Yeah, good read, and he's at second base. He just didn't see it, I guess. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Hogarth. Hooks checks the corners. And a 1-2 pitch. Bounced that one in the dirt. Ball 2, 2-2. He's having trouble landing it. .75 miles an hour is that curveball. Changeup, really his best off-speed pitch. 2-2 to Hogarth. Swing and a miss, struck him out. That may have been the change right there.
No, I think that was, he's going to stay with that back foot breaking ball. I think they had in the back of their mind. That's the pitch Hogarth hit out yesterday early off Gunnar Dennis was a hanging changeup. Comes back with that back foot breaking ball and is able to get the Rebels off the field.
First strikeout for Walker Hooks, and with that strikeout, remind you, all strikeouts recorded by Ole Miss pitchers are brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance, new home and auto rates, same great service. Farm Bureau, go with the home team. The Racers strike first, though, here in Oxford, getting 2 runs on 4 hits. There were no errors and 2 men left stranded after an inning and a half. 2-0 Murray State on the Ole Miss Radio Network.
Hun, did you pack my water for the trip to Olivia's game?
I wouldn't dare forget.
That's Olivia. Did you remember to send her money?
I wouldn't dare wait, I forgot.
No problem. Just transfer it with your Cadence mobile app. You have your phone, right?
I wouldn't dare Oh, be right back. I forgot something.
Uh-huh. Good teammates
teammates make life easier. That's why Cadence Bank is here to help you achieve victory. Find a location at cadencebank.com. Cadence Bank. Member FDIC. Data charges may apply.
There's passion, and then there's Swayze Crazy, a Mississippi mood born in the frost of February, rising to a crescendo in the heat of spring. It rattles the nerves of any opponent that enters Swayze Field. This is a home field advantage you'll never forget. Ford knows that strong traditions start with leadership, like Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 48 years straight. Drive F-150, official truck of the Rebels, only at your Mississippi Ford dealer, based on 1977 to 2024 total sales.
Murray State, a 2-run lead to protect for Isaac Silva as we go to the bottom half of the second inning. Judd Udemark, Isaac Humphrey, and Campbell Smithwick will be the batters for Ole Miss. Gentile is the official apparel provider of the Ole Miss Network. Check out their new collection of Ole Miss apparel available now at gentileapparel.com or at Landry's on the Square the next time you're here in Oxford. Gentile Apparel is a proud partner of Ole Miss Athletics. Judd Udemark hitting .296, 21 home runs. 67 runs batted in. He leads the team in both categories. Right-handed hitter against a right-handed pitcher. First pitch inside for ball one on a fastball. Udemark hit a 3-run home run against these guys in the loss in game one. And then last night a solo homer in the fourth. Swung on, fly ball, right field. Doesn't have enough legs. Right fielder down the warning track makes the catch. The wind is coming in from the right field foul pole toward the left field foul pole. So that direction could get knocked down a little bit. One down.
Yeah, Judd came in with 6 hits on the weekend, David. 5 have left the yard.
One down for Isaac Humphrey. Humphrey hitting .288, 13 homers. Second on the team with 60 RBIs. Silva's retired the first 4 he's faced. Kicks and delivers. That one's fouled off, and the count is 0-1 to Humphrey. Today is his career game number 228, the most by any player in the SEC this year, as they're counting all games by the portal players, too. The 0-1 to Humphrey. Fouls that one off for strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes. Humphrey last night, home run, triple, double, just barely missed a single for the cycle. Had a couple of walks, too. Scored 2 runs, 2 RBIs against Murray State. His 0-2 missed away for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Silva ready. Big guy kicks and delivers. And that's fouled off, third base side. Bounced in the warning track toward the wall over there. Count stays 1-2. Silva threw 84 pitches against Georgia Tech 2 days ago. He's at 26 right now. This one's low, make it 27, 2-2 count. He's done a good job so far, though. 2-0 Murray State. 1 down, 2-2 to Humphrey. And a pitch. Fouled that one off right there at the plate. He was fortunate that Veerling couldn't hold on to it. Got a little foul tip, and Veerling saw it hit the mitt and fall between his legs. 2-2 the count to Humphrey. Isaac Silva has his signal and ready. The 2-2. Swung on, line foul into the stands to our left. Folks fighting for that one. If you catch it, you keep it. Foul balls are brought to you by Guaranteed Bank. Two to Humphrey. Swung on, popped that one up behind home plate. Catcher giving it a look. Veerling at the net. It's going to hit the net and roll down. Got a break there. It's about, 10, 15 feet into the net. Beerling just let it drop when it rolled off the net, didn't catch. He got booed for that.
Well, he tried to backhand it, like a
and
no-look
he missed
catch,
it.
and it hit off the glove. Coach Kirk got a big kick out of it, so did the dugout.
Yep, got to be loose, huh? I don't care if it's a championship game of a regional or not. He got booed for the effort there. 2-2 to Humphrey. Swung on, ground ball to second. Scooped up by Decker. He'll throw to first for the out, and Silva wins the battle with Humphrey. 2 down for Ole Miss. He's retired all 5 he's faced. Campbell Smithwick, the DH, hitting .286, 5 homers, 23 RBIs. Got a home run in game 1 against Murray State. Last night was 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored. Had 2 walks also. Scored a couple of runs in the game. He'll bat with 2 outs and nobody on. He's reached base in 24 of his last 43 trips now at the plate, 56.8%. Takes a fastball for a strike at 92, 0-1 to the left-handed hitting Campbell Smithwick. Smithwick hitting .308 in the regional. That's at his feet, misses low and in for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Silva ready with a 1-1 pitch and delivers, and that one's fouled away. Back to the net. The count is 1-2 to Smithwick. He's been able to throw strikes, and that's the main thing after pitching 1 time before. One ball, 2 strikes, and a pitch to Smithwick. Outside for ball 2. You know, today you just empty the tank. You don't worry about, okay, I'm a little tired. I pitched before. I'm going to try to stretch it. You just go empty the tank.
Yeah, you're
the next guy up.
Yeah, you're not pacing yourself today.
2-2 to Smithwick. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a breaking ball. Dropped by Beerling, but he tags him for the out. 3rd strikeout through the first 6 for Silva. And he keeps his team on top by a score of 2-0. We'll be back with the top of the 3rd shortly. This is Rebel Baseball from Learfield.
All right, son. Time to put out this campfire.
Dad, we learned about this in school.
Oh, did you now? Okay. What's first?
Smokey Bear said to.
First drown it with a bucket of water, then stir it with a shovel.
Wow, you sound just like him.
Then he said.
If it's still warm, then do it again.
Where can I learn all this?
It's all on SmokeyBear.com with other wildfire prevention tips, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a 3rd-generation race car driver, and I dedicate a lot of my time going fast. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently or having trouble with routine tasks. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services and access available treatments. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. Visit alz.org/time-to-talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Well, put 2 in the books. Murray State is leading Ole Miss. Mercer, Garner, and Decker will be the batters here in the 3rd with a 2-0 lead. They got 2 runs in that 2nd inning on 4 hits. They're not committed errors, stranded 2. Ole Miss, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. 6 up, 6 down for the Rebels offensively so far against Silva. Walker hooks to deal with Dustin Mercer, who lined out to right field in the 1st inning. Left-handed hitter against the left-handed pitcher. Well, Hooks wants to try to keep the game where it is. See if we can get the offense going. 2-0, Murray State. First pitch, top of the 3rd. On the way. Got that one in there for a strike and a count 0-1 to Dustin Mercer. Breaking ball at 85. And the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball. Strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. I kind of like that pitch, Indy.
Yes, that's that slow curveball, David. That one kind of stayed up. Got Mercer to swing under it.
The 0-2 to Mercer. Drops that one in there for a call, strike 3. Started the hip, hit the inner edge. Second strikeout for Hooks.
Yeah, didn't waste any time with him right there, David. Stayed with the off speeds. Kind of buckled him right there. Started out his front shoulder, breaks, catches that inner half.
One down for Carson Garner, the third baseman. Flew out to right field the opposite way in the first on an 0-1 pitch. He takes the strike. 0-1 to Garner. And a pitch. Line drive, left field corner. That's going to hit fair and kick up against the wall. Rounding first and heading to second is Garner. There's the throw, catching a tag, but he's there, sliding safely with a double. 5 hits for Murray State. You know, even in the rout last night, they were hitting the ball. The Rebels just had got to get the offense going because they're going to hit it.
Yeah, they've got such a good approach, David. They know their role. They don't try and do too much. A few guys hit the ball out of the yard. The rest just play gap to gap. Contact baseball.
Runner at second, one down for Dom Decker. Left-handed hitter. Hits one back to the net, fouled it off, and the count is 0-1 to Decker. Decker had a leadoff single in the previous inning, the second inning, and later scored the first run of the game on a ground out by Talkin. Hooks ready and delivers. Breaking ball, fouled off third base side into the stands. The opposite way, the left-handed hitter for strike 2. Playing him pretty much straight up, infield and outfield. 1 out, 1 on. Garner steps off the lead at second base. Hooks checks him out in the stretch and delivers. Breaking ball, fouled it off. Just got a little bit of that to stay alive. 76 in that curveball.
It had to caught a lot of the plate too, Dave, for 0-2 pitch.
No balls, 2 strikes to Decker. Decker went 2 for 5 in the game that we played earlier this year, and then 1 for 4 in the first game of this one. 0 for 4 last night. That's all against Ole Miss. There's a turn and a toss to Randall at second base. He's playing shortstop in this one. And back standing with no trouble is Carson Garner. No balls, 2 strikes to Decker. Hooks ready and delivers. Breaking ball. That one's fouled off. Back to the net over the Murray State dugout. Third base side. Count still 0-2. Big crowd. It's really grown. It was a first pitch arriving type crowd. The 0-2 to Decker. Fastball high at a check swing. They appealed to third. Said he did not go around. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Freshman's ready again. Looks to second base. And his 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball, grounded up middle, a base hit. Rounding third, heading home is Garner. Here's the throw to the plate. And it's high, no chance. And into second base will go Deckers. The throw went home. 3-0. And good base running by Decker. He gets an RBI single, advances to second on the throw.
They just overthrew the cutoff man. Really didn't have a play at the plate. Man, just a really good at bat by Decker. Fouled off some breaking balls, laid off a borderline fastball.
3 runs for Murray State. On this pressure cooker day, each run, it gets a little bit more separation. Tightens things up, doesn't it? 3-0. Racers here in the top of the third. And Decker at second still with just 1 out for the right-handed hitting Luke Misstoney, who got a single in the second. Here's his pitch. Line shot to left field. Sanford on the way back. That's over his head and off the wall. And he missed it trying to grab it with a hand. Runner rounds third, will score. It's 4-0. double for Miss Stoney. And an RBI for him, his 49th of the year. Still just one out with another runner at second base.
Yeah, Miss Stoney's hit the first pitch, both at bats. Ole Miss does have a right-hander up and throwing. It's Mason Morris.
So runner at second with one down, 4 runs in on 7 hits off of the starter Hooks. And we've only played 2 1/3, and now Foley's going to go out and visit with him as Mason Morris continues to throw in the bullpen. In the second, 2 so far in the third, and their starting pitcher is taking care of the Rebels 6 up, 6 down. Now, Coach Mangram's going to run out and visit as well. That buys a little bit more time. Catcher goes first, then Coach Mangrum gives Mason Morris a little bit more time to throw. Mason should be good to go. He hasn't pitched since game 1. He was the second pitcher, but didn't fare real well against this bunch. He went 3 innings, gave up 4 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, but did have 4 strikeouts and no walks in the first outing against Murray State on Friday. Coach Bianco started out, and then the home plate umpire got Coach Mangrum to head back to the dugout. We may have a little bit more of a delay and a timeout call and a change. We'll see. Bierling, the left-handed hitting catcher, with a single on the infield in the second inning, will be the batter. Lefty on lefty. Hook stays in the game to face him. Double, single, double. The last 3 batters. Here's the pitch. And he fouls that breaking ball back for strike 1. The 0-1 now to Bierling. Bounced in the dirt for ball 1. Good block up by Foley. 1 ball, 1 strike. Wind has died back down. It picked up for a little bit and was blowing pretty good from the right field foul pole to the left field foul pole. Now just really soft and flags pointing down. The 1-1 to Bierling. And that breaking ball should have been a strike. That hit the inner edge. Had a lot of break to it, but the home plate umpire said no. And a count 2-1 to Bierling. Here's the pitch. Another breaking ball. Swings and misses for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That was on the bottom of the zone.
Yeah, that was a good bounce back right there. Didn't let the previous pitch get to him. Made a quality pitch right there to get the count back even at 2 balls, 2 strikes.
2-2 to Bierling. Still just 1 out in the inning. Breaking ball in the dirt for ball 3. Full count to Will Bierling. Four runs, 7 hits for Murray State. They're the visiting team. Got 2 runs on 4 hits in the second. They've gotten 2 runs on 3 hits so far here in the third. There's a turn and a soft toss to Randall at second base. Runner got back in to Stoney with no trouble. Lefty ready, the full count pitch to Bierling. Swung on, line drive, base hit to right. He hung a breaking ball. Rounding third is Mastoni. Federico bobbles the ball, now throws it to second base. And it's 5-0, Murray State.
They've got 8 hits already. Walker Hooks right now just can't stop the bleeding, Dave. That's going to be it.
Yeah, here comes Coach Mike Bianco with the pitching change. We'll take a 2-minute break. We'll also let Dave look at some other scores. Rebels in a hole early, 5-0 Murray State on the Ole Miss Radio Network.
It's Friday Night Baseball, and my son Josh is at the plate. Me, I'm live streaming the whole thing to the entire family, even cousin Henry in Wisconsin. No one misses a thing thanks to Ceasefire. Oh my gosh, he just crashed into left field! Woohoo!
Connecting you to what inspires you most on C Spire's blazing fast 5G network. And right now, get the latest 5G phone on us. C Spire, inspired by you. 5G not available in all areas. Capable device required. See cspire.com for details.
There's passion, and then there's Swayze crazy. A Mississippi mood born in the frost of February, rising to a crescendo in the heat of spring. It rattles the nerves of any opponent that enters Swayze Field. This is a home field advantage you'll never forget. Ford knows that strong traditions start with leadership, like Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 48 years straight. Drive F-150, official truck of the Rebels, only at your Mississippi Ford dealer, based on 1977 to 2024 total sales.
Ole Miss in a 5-0 hole against Murray State in the top of the third inning as the Rebels go to the bullpen. Dave Pulaski inside the Learfield Network studios with your NCAA tournament scoreboard update. A couple of games that are going on right now. One of them in Knoxville featuring the defending national champion Tennessee against Wake Forest. The Demon Deacons off to a 2-0 lead over the Vols. Matt Conti with a 2-run homer to help give the Demon Deacons the early lead in that winner-take-all Game 7. Meanwhile, also going on right now out west, it is Oregon State with a 1-0 lead over USC in the bottom of the second inning in an old-school Pac-12 battle. Beavers pounded the Trojans 14-1 last night to set up that winner-take-all matchup off to the early start for the number 8 national seed. Earlier today, North Carolina punched its ticket into the Super Regionals with a 14-4 triumph over Oklahoma. Big day for Gavin Gallagher. He goes 4 for 6 with 2 homers and 4 RBIs to help lead the Tar Heels into the Supers, where they will host Arizona next weekend. More games coming up a little bit later on tonight. It'll be Southern Miss hosting Miami, and LSU and Little Rock will go head-to-head. The Trojans were able to knock off LSU 10-4 last night, setting up another 1-4 seed matchup. We'll see how things turn out at Swayze as we send you back to David Kellman, Brad Henderson. Guys?
Thank you, Dave. Score updates brought to you by Thompson Machinery, your local Cat dealer, no matter your construction equipment needs. Buy, lease, or rent, they've got you covered. Visit them in person in Memphis, Tupelo, Columbus, Greenwood, and Oxford, or online at tmcat.com. New pitcher of the game is Mason Mars, a Tupelo native. He's 5-1 with a 3.44 ERA. The right-hander will go to the hill, and he will deal with Talkin with a run at first and 1 down. 3 runs in for Murray State in this frame. They've scored 5 in the last 2, and they lead 5-0 ended.
They are 8 for 15 so far in this baseball game, David. So we've got to go to Mason Mars a little earlier than we hoped for, I would imagine, if you're Mike Bianco and Joel Mangum. But you got to go to the right-hander. Be mid-90s with the fastball. We've seen it get up to 98. Schlurv is his best off-speed, be in the low 80s. Cutter, high 80s. Pull a split finger as well.
Right-handed pitcher to deal with a left-handed hitter. First pitch to Talkin on the way. Swinging a foul tip, held on by Foley for strike 1. Mason was the second pitcher used in the 9-6 loss to Murray State. He went 3 innings on Friday night. Followed Riley Maddox, 4 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, 4 strikeouts, and no walks. Pitch is high for ball 1. 96 on that fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike. 5 runs, 8 hits for Murray State in 2 1/3. And a pitch. Low for ball 2, 2-1. Ole Miss has had to play one more game. But the amazing thing is that their starter was the starter 2 games ago with 84 pitches and has retired the first 6 he's faced. You wonder how long he can continue that, but so far so good for Murray State in this baseball game. The 2-1 to Talkin. And a pitch. Fastball for a strike at, I say fastball, cutter for a strike at 86, and the count 2-2 to Talkin. Middle infield squeezing the bag would like a double play ball. Morris delivers to Talkett. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a cutter. Swung over the top of it. 2 down.
That good pitch by Mason right there. Get the cutter in on the hands. It's his second out of the inning.
This will bring up Nick Bermeo, the DH. Grounded out to third base in the second inning. Bermeo got the start against the left-handed pitcher. They started Charlie Jury against Maddox in game 1 against a right-handed pitcher, but apparently not changing at this point. Swing and a miss for strike 1 to Bermeo. And if you really look at the Ole Miss situation, we don't have much lefty options, do we?
No.
0-1 to Bermeo. Ground ball left side, diving for it. Randall can't get it, tips off his glove. Sanford long run, runner trying to get to third. Here's the throw, not in time. Good play by the base runner, Bierling, as he saw that ball tip off the glove and felt like he could get to third, and he did. Single for Bermeo. Putting it in plays, working out for this team. They've got 9 hits now. 2 outs, first and third for the 9-hole hitter, Connor Cunningham.
It's just kind of their forte, David. Line drives, hard ground balls. So far, those ground balls have found the holes.
Mason Morris kicks, delivers. That one's fouled back and out of play for strike 1. 97 on that fastball. You know, the contrast between Hooks and Morris you think would work in Ole Miss's favor too. Much more velocity out of Mason Morris. This team just swings it pretty good. They've already made a little bit of an adjustment with the base hit by Bermeo there. The 0-1 to the freshman Cunningham. Way high for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 8th man to come up in this inning. Morris ready again, the 1-1. Backhand knocked down by Foley. Both runners thought about it, both go back. Bierling realized the ball was right there at the plate. Bermeo could have gotten second, probably, but didn't pick it up, apparently. Break for the Rebels, 2-1 to Cunningham. Five to nothing Murray State here in the top half of the third. 2-1 pitch to Cunningham. On the way. Swing and a miss. 3/4 swing, couldn't hold up on that cutter for strike 2. It was probably low and inside on him, but he couldn't hold up. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Cunningham. Mason Morris delivers. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Cutter in the dirt. That'll end the inning. So Mason Morris does not give up anymore, but 3 runs for Murray State on 5 hits. No errors, 2 men left. We put 2.5 in the books. And the Racers are racing out to a good start. 5-0 they lead, and the Rebels have yet to get a hit. We'll take a break on the Ole Miss Radio Network.
Whether it is before you head to Swayze to watch our Rebs play or after the game celebrating a Rebel win, Funky's Oxford is where you want to be this baseball season. With 18 daiquiri machines, an expansive liquor selection, and Oxford's favorite pizza, Funky's is the place to bring your friends, family, and Fido. Rebels play away? We've got you taken care of with full coverage of the Road Rebs on our 15 TVs. From Oxford to Omaha, come hang out at Funky's to make the most of your baseball season.
Let's huddle up and make things happen with the only cards for the Grove. The Ole Miss Regions Visa Debit Card and Prepaid Regions Now Card. They're a win for your wallet and a big hottie toddy, whether you're purchasing stuff for game day or every day. Want to go all in on confidently showing your Ole Miss pride? Order your card now at regions.com/GoRebels. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC. Terms, conditions, and fees apply.
The bottom half of the third inning, Federico Foley Randall, bottom third of the order for Ole Miss against the right-hander, Isaac Silva. Silva has retired all 6 he's faced. Fly out, strikeout in the first inning. Fly out, ground out, strikeout in the second. So 3 Ks for the first 6 outs. In the meantime, after a 1-2-3 first, his teammates have gone to work. Sent 7 men to the plate. Got 4 hits, scored 2 runs in the second. Sent 8 men to the plate in the third. Got 3 runs on 5 hits. And the Racers are leading 5-0. Hayden Federico, the switch-hitting right fielder, hitting .249 with 4 homers, 23 RBIs, will be the batter.
Well, just got to get something going, David. Get these crowd fans back into it. Chip away. Feel good with Mason Morris out there. Hopefully minimize this offense. Racer offense has come out swinging today.
Federico will bat left-handed against the right-handed pitcher Silva. Silva at 36 pitches through 6 batters. Here's his pitch. Strike 1 to Federico. Coach Skirker was told, okay, you're going to get a 5-0 lead and your guy's going to retire the first 6. He'd have been all over that for sure. The 0-1 to Federico. Ground ball, first base line. That's going to be foul. And the count is 0-2 to Federico. Federico started against them on Friday night, went 0 for 4. Bounced back last night. Line out, walk, single, sack, fly out. Scored a couple of runs. Got an RBI. No balls, 2 strikes. And a pitch. Way outside for ball 1. 1-2. I believe that's Shuddy that's warming up, who started against us in the bullpen. Here's the pitch. Swung on, lifted high in the air, foul, third base side, going toward the stands. Long run, getting there, but unable to make the catch was Talking. That would have been catchable if he could have gotten to the wall, stopped, and made the grab, but he ran out of real estate. The count stays 1-2 to Federico. Silva ready again. Trying to retire his 7th straight. Federico trying to be the first Rebel to reach. The 1-2. Fouled straight back. Shadow of the stadium has moved to the edge of the mound now. Pitching out of the sunlight into the darkness. The 1-2 pitch just outside. Ball 2. Close pitch missed away. 2-2 to Federico. Man, packed house, standing room only again. Folks standing all along the wall in the concourse area. 2-2 to Federico. Ground ball right side. First baseman backhand. He'll throw to the pitcher for the out. 1 away. 7 up, 7 down for Silva.
Good play by Mastoni. Stayed back, got that big hop. Silva able to beat Federico to first base.
Here's Austin Foley, the catcher for Ole Miss. He's hitting .253. 20 home runs, 52 RBIs. The 20 home runs, second on the team. First season, the Rebels had 2 guys with 20 or more home runs, he and Udemark. Swung on, high fly ball to center field. Running back is Hogard at the wall, and that one is gone. The Rebels are on the board. Well, that breaks the ice. 5-1 the score as Foley gets the long ball. His 21st of the year to tie Udemark.
Silva just trying to get ahead right there with the fastball. Right down Broadway, though, 92 miles an hour. Exit velocity 104 off the bat of Austin Foley. Took 7 guys. Took the 8th guy to get our first hit. But we do get on the board.
Braden Randall, the shortstop, hitting .284. No homers, 6 RBIs, will be the batter. 5-1 now.
Left-handed hitter against a right-handed pitcher. Takes it outside for ball one. Let's see if Foley gets the Rebels cranked up. It's his second home run against Murray State in this event. The 1-0 to Randall. Takes the strike and a count 1-1. Braden Randall last night, a couple of singles in the 19-8 win. Also had a walk, scored 2 runs, had an RBI. This is up and in just a little bit. Ball 2. That's one of those, he's a short guy. As far as TrackMan goes, that's probably a box hit, but umpire did the right thing. You can't really call that a strike on a guy that size. 2-1 to Randall. Outside, ball 3, 3-1. Isaac Silva needs a strike. Rebel fans getting behind Randall. 3-1 pitch on the way. Right down the middle for a strike, full count.
I like that take right there from Braden, though. Pressure's on the pitcher. You feel like he's got to come back with that same pitch.
Full count pitch to Randall. Line drive foul into the stands, first base side. A little early on that one. It was 81 miles per hour. Full count to Randall. And a pitch. Swung on and popped up, third base side. Foul territory. Garner coming over, makes the catch for the out, 2 away. So Silva fights back to get the out. So through the first 9, he retires the first 7, gives up a home run to Foley, and then gets Randall. Now it's the second time through as Mitch Sanford comes back to plate with 2 outs and nobody on. Silva toes the rubber, looks in. Ready to deliver to Sanford. That one's fouled off third base side and out of play. 0-1 to count to Mitch. Silva's not only got the stockings showing like that, he's got those white shoes on. And lanky right-hander. The 0-1 to Sanford. Outside. Ball 1, 1 ball, 1 strike. They are warming up Shuddy. Short tossing right now. That's the guy that started the game against us and got the win on Friday. 6 1/3 he win. He did give up 6 runs, 5 hits, but he struck out 9. That one's fouled back. 119 pitches Friday night, though. Pitchers do strange things in this regional. We may see one in our case before it's over with. You never know.
Yeah, I talked with one of their immediate guys last night, and he felt like Shuddy may start this game.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Sanford. And a pitch. Swung on, line, left center field. Center fielder on the run, Hogart. And he will make the catch. Fully extended as he hits into the wall. Boy, I thought he was burned. That was a great play by Hogart. But to win a regional, you're looking for some of that. Now will end the third. A solo homer by Foley, though, puts the Rebels on the board. 1 run, 1 hit. No errors and nobody left. We go to the 4th inning. 5-1, Murray State. This is Rebel Baseball from Learfield.
Kids ask their parents a lot of questions.
Why can't people fly?
Gravity.
Is the moon really made of cheese?
Yep, cream cheese.
When can I move into a big kid's car seat?
For some questions, parents may not have the answer, but that's okay. They can't know everything, but knowing the right seat for their age and size will help protect them in a car crash. Find out more at nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Where do babies come from?
Good luck, Dad. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
When might you be buzzed? When you suddenly love everything.
You guys, I love this song. I love these nachos. I love our kickball league. Ugh. I love this guy. What's your name? You know what I'd love? A ride when it's time to head out.
If you see a buzzed warning sign, call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
I love your car. Is this real leather?
You never know how how things might go in one of these games where pitching staff's been pretty much used throughout the regional for both teams. Riley Maddox has been down in the bullpen pretty much the entire time for Ole Miss. And now Hunter Elliott has left the Rebel dugout. He has gone to the bullpen and picked up his cleats and changing out of his tennis shoes to his cleats. Right now, I want Mason Mars to go a while and be successful. Top of the order, he'll deal with here in the fourth, Hogart, Mercer, Garner. Hogart's 0 for 2. Here's his pitch. Swing and a miss for strike one. Fastball at 93, late on the swing. 5-1. Murray State have out-hit the Rebels 9-1. Neither team with an error. Murray State stranded 4, Ole Miss none. Pitch up and away for ball 1 to Hogart. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hogart with a ground out to second and a strikeout swinging. Mars delivers. This up just a little bit for ball 2, 2-1. Nick Shuddy was in the dugout for a while. Now he's sprinting down to the bullpen area again for Murray State, their ace pitcher. Now one misses low for ball 3, 3-1. Mason Marsh's 3-1 pitch on the way. Strike on the outer edge. 96 fastball, 97 on TrackMan. Full count now to Jonathan Hogart.
Yeah, I think you got to stay with it, David. You got to challenge him. Can't afford with a 4-run deficit, put the leadoff guy on with a walk.
And a full count pitch on the way. Way low, ball 4, walked him. Came back with a cutter and missed downstairs. Didn't land that one. So there's a start for Murray State in the fourth. And here's Dustin Mercer. 0 for 2 with a line out and a strikeout looking. Left-handed hitter against a right-handed pitcher. Fouls the first one back to our left. Hits the lip of the roof. Falls into the stands. Count 0-1 to Mercer. You know, these are the two guys that really have hurt us in past outings, Hogart and Mercer. They're collectively 0 for 4 with a walk. It's been that middle group that's been tough. Ground ball hit sharply to Randall. He'll glove. Flip to Udemark. Over to first. Double play.
Taylor made 98 exit velocity off the bat of Mercer. He had only grounded into 1 double play all season long, David. Couldn't have hit him into a more perfect one right there. Easy 6-4 to 3. Twin killer.
2 down for Carson Garner. 1 for 2 with a fly out and a double. And a run scored. So that erases the walk and gets you 2 outs. 3 infielders on the left side of second base with a shift here on the right-handed hitter. Check swing, foul ball in the net over the Ole Miss dugout for strike 1 to Carson Garner. Mason Marsh ready again and is 0-1. Fastball's high for ball 1, 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch on the way. Strike 2. Outer edge, 50-50 ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Garner.
Yeah, that's one as a right-handed hitter. You just hope he calls it a ball because that is an impossible pitch to hit.
And a 1-2 pitch. Field at first on a check swing. Said he didn't go around it. Missed low and away. Cutter, hard cutter. Two balls, 2 strikes of the 3-hole hitter. The pitch. Little number, right side. Nobody's there. It's going to be a base hit. Well, he had the shift on it. He beat it. Just hit it off the end of the bat. There's nobody on that side, so it just rolled into the outfield for a 2-out single for Garner.
How many infield singles have they had to this point?
A bunch. All of them in the second inning. So that would be 4. This one would be the 5th one for sure.
So half.
Half their hits.
They're at 10 now.
Keeps the inning alive with 2 down for Dom Decker. Decker's 2 for 2. A couple of singles and 2 runs scored. As an RBI, left-handed hitting second baseman, Decker. It's already the best game he's had against Ole Miss so far. He has not had a previous 2-hit game. Takes that one. This is a little bit low for ball 1. Fastball, 97. Murray State 5, Ole Miss 1, top of the 4th. Runner goes. Here's the pitch. Ground ball foul up the first base side. So Garner trying to steal a base there. They've stolen 46 in 56 efforts. They don't run a ton, but Garner is 14 of 15 and leads them.
Yeah, he's their guy. And with 2 outs, it's the right decision. Picked a pretty good pitch to run on, too. It's a cutter down and in.
1 ball, 1 strike to Decker. Short lead for Garner at first base. Will he go again? Nope, not this time. And there's a strike. Cutter at 87 that lands, and Decker watches it hit the inner half, and a count 1 ball, 2 strikes to Dom Decker. Marsh ready again, the 1-2 pitch. Missed low, ball 2, 2-2. Cutter again, he laid off of it. No shift on the left-handed hitting second baseman. He's been oppo and up the middle in his first 2 at-bats here today. The 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 call. Got him on the outer edge, looking, and that'll end the inning.
Yeah, made a quality pitch right there to get the Rebels off the field. Rebels still trailing as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Down 5-1.
No runs, 1 hit, no errors, no men left, or 1 man left. And we will go to the bottom of the 4th inning with Murray State leading Ole Miss 5-1 on the Ole Miss Radio Network.
It's Friday Night Baseball, and my son Josh is at the plate. Me, I'm live streaming the whole thing to the entire family, even cousin Henry in Wisconsin. No one misses a thing thanks to C Spire. Oh my gosh, he just crashed into left field! Woohoo!
Connecting you to what inspires you most on C Spire's blazing fast 5G network. And right now, get the latest 5G phone on us. C Spire, inspired by you. 5G not available in all areas. Capable device required. See cspire.com for details.
Hey, Rebel fans, got a house hotter than a Mississippi summer or pipes colder than your team's rival? It's time to call Air South Cooling, Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical. Whether it's cooling you down, heating you up, fixing those leaky pipes, or keeping your lights on, Air South's got your back. We're the champions of home comfort, just like your Rebels on the field. Call Air South Cooling, Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical today, where your home is our home field. Call Air South now at 662-304-8412. Air South, we care more.
Luke Hill, Will Furness, and Judd Udemart will bat for Ole Miss in the bottom of the 4th. 2, 3, and 4 hitters against the right-hander Isaac Silva, who goes back on the mound. He is retired. 9 of the 10 men he's faced. Done a nice job. 3 strikeouts. First pitch to Foley left the yard for a solo homer. And it's 5-1 Murray State here in the bottom of the 4th. Luke Hill struck out swinging against him back in the first and is 0 for 1. Righty versus righty. Wind has picked back up again and kind of coming in from right field. It's been swirling a little bit. First pitch to Hill. Breaking ball over for a strike. And the pitch. Ground ball, third base side. Shortstop has it. Cunningham, long throw. 1 hop scoop by the first baseman, Stoney. Saved his shortstop. This team's been fielding at a 977 clip, so they've done a nice job all season long.
You remember in Friday night's loss, they just were flawless defensively, David. We've already seen it. Tremendous play by Hogart in center field. Robbed Mitchell Sanford of extra bases in the last inning.
In the regional, they're fielding 982 coming into tonight with only 2 errors. This one misses for ball 1 to Will Furness. Furness up with 1 out. Furness struck out swinging back in the first. Left-handed hitter against a right-handed pitcher. Silva kicks, delivers. That's a strike at a count 1-1. The 1-1, way inside, comes back to backside. Did it hit him? Yeah, it hit him. So Furness was hit by the pitch. There's the base runner for the Rebels. First free pass from Silva.
Yep. That's pitch number 60, and the Rebels get their first free pass. And the first time he'll pitch out of the stretch.
So he's had 144 pitches. This will be his 145th pitch in as many as 3 days. Udemark, the batter, flew out to right field in the second. Swings and fouls that one off at the plate, and the count is 0-1. Furness at first with 1 out, bottom of the 4th. Rebels trailing 5-1. You like to cut into the lead. You threw a goose egg up in the top of the inning. You like to answer here. Silva again from the stretch is 0-1. Swung on, hit high to left field. Is it deep enough? It's headed toward the wall, and it is out of here. 2-run homer. The Rebels cut it to 2, 5-3 now. Home run number 22 for Udemark. Showers in right. The student section is absolutely jam-packed.
And the 6th home run of this Oxford Regional for Judd Udemark goes 416 feet, 108 off the bat. And we talked about it, David. I mean, this is kind of what we do, right? You get a free pass, we hit a home run. Kind of our M.O. The Rebels have cut back into this lead, and you can start to hear the crowd start to get back in it now here at Swayze.
2 hits, 2 homers. Humphrey, the batter. It's a shot down the first base line, just fouled. Big swing there by Isaac Humphrey. Leads the team with 17 doubles. He has 50 in his career now with the double he got last night against Murray State. Toying with one there. Got his career 10th triple last night against Murray State. There's a strike, and he's down 0-2 in the count. Left-handed hitter, center fielder. Off speed at 77 on that one. No balls, 2 strikes to Isaac Humphrey. 1 out, nobody on. And a pitch. Low inside, that almost hit him. Ball 1. The Silva, when not tired, 66 strikeouts, but also 32 walks. So he's walked a lot throughout the season. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Got him on a off-speed pitch. Struck him out. 2 down. That's strikeout number 4 for Isaac Silva.
That's a good bounce back from Silva. Just crowd's trying to get back in it. We made some good pitches right there to Hump to get the second out via the strikeout.
Campbell Smithwick, the designated hitter, struck out swinging against Silva on a 2-2 pitch in the second. Left-handed batter. Here's his first pitch. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball away for strike 1. It's kind of how he worked him the first time. He tried to pull those. Have to have an up-the-middle oppo approach if he stays out there. 0-1 to Smithwick. Lands that one right down the middle. Center cut for strike 2. 0-2 to Smithwick. 83 on that pitch. 2 outs, nobody on. Silva delivers. Low and away, ball 1. Campbell grounded out to the first baseman, flipped it to the pitcher leading off the 3rd inning. He's 0 for 1 in the game. Ground ball foul at the first base side. Count stays 1-2. Diamond Girl chase it down, and she'll give it to a kid on the front row. Silva's 1-2 pitch. Swung on, hit sharply, second baseman. Gloved there by Decker. He throws to first for the out. Had to kind of OLE that one, but he made the play. Rebels get 2 runs on 1 hit. A 2-run homer by Udemark, his 22nd of the year, his 6th of the regional. No errors and nobody left. We put 4 in the books. Rebels have got it back to a 2-run game. 5-3, Murray State. This is Rebel Baseball from Learfield.
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Are you prepared for an emergency or disaster? Because it's not a matter of if, but when. Don't find yourself saying,
I'll trust water bottles and a flashlight to save the day, but I'll be proved wrong.
With a tornado approaching, I'll realize that I lack a wheelchair-accessible shelter.
When the floodwaters rise, I'll be up in the attic with 20 cans of beans. It's a recipe for disaster.
let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell. Get started at ready.gov/older adults. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Now, Murray State leading Ole Miss as we work to the Ford 5th inning. Brought to you by your Mississippi Ford dealers and the Ford F-150, the official truck of the Ole Miss Rebels and America's best-selling trucks for 47 straight years. Well, I've missed an ID. I get later and later. We'll take a half-hour ID. We'll pause 10 seconds on the Ole Miss Radio Network. Stoney will lead off. He's 2 for 2 with a single and a double. Right-handed hitter against the right-handed pitcher Mason Morris. Morris came in the third, pitching here in the 5th. And there's strike one to Miss Stoney. Mason Morris, Brad, threw 54 pitches in the first game on Friday, which is an extended number. He worked 3 innings. The 0-1 to Miss Stoney. Ground ball, right side. Udemark can't get it. Base hit. We're shifted the other way. Mastoney's 3 for 3. Boy, they've got some C&I hits going in this game. That's 3 on Mason Morris. But it's not like a first game, third game of the SEC tournament. You're one more day.
Yeah, and I think they'll obviously, if he can get out of this inning, get back to that dugout, they'll just have that conversation. How you feel? How are the legs?
Yeah, and we forget to mention that. It's really more times about the legs than the arm, so to speak. Here's the pitch. Ground ball right side. He smokes another base hit through. 95 fastball, 96 on track man. And just like that, Murray State's got 2 base runners as Bierling and Mastoney are both 3 for 3 now. 6 for 6 collectively in the 5 and 6 holes. Now here's Dan talking with a ground out and a strikeout.
12 hits now for Murray State
in 4+ innings. Murray State with the 5 runs now on 12 hits, no errors, and 5 men left. Ole Miss with the 3 runs, 2 hits, no errors, nobody left. Ground ball right side, and Furness lets that one bounce by. Here's the throw toward the plate, and Foley's going to cut it off into second base. We'll go talking with a base hit. Well, that was right at Furness, and he just didn't get it. It'll probably rule to hit. But we are not playing very good defense. You got to knock some of those down, don't you, Hindu?
Yeah,
make some plays.
At least get in front of it and get the out.
So a run scores, Mastoney scores, Bierling goes first to third, and Talkin, after getting the RBI single, moves to second. Actually, they do make that one an error. That's going to be an E3 and not a base hit. But 6-3 now. Murray State. Here's the pitch. Fastball for a strike to Bermeo. Still no outs in the frame. The 0-1. Fouled off, first base side, strike 2. Concerns you a little bit, not a lot of swing and miss in this inning. Against Mason Mars, who kind of lives on that. 88 cutter there. 0-2 to Bermeo. High and away, ball 1. 1-2. Bermeo's the 8-hole hitter, the DH. His 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a hard cutter off the plate away. 1 down. 4th strikeout for Mason Morris.
You talked him into that one, DK.
Yeah.
Not a lot of swing and miss, but boy, if we ever needed a punch out right there, couldn't have come at a better time. Still work to be done in this inning, but it's a big out.
9-hole hitter Connor Cunningham, the shortstop, with an RBI single on the infield and a strikeout. Mars checks the runner, delivers. This is inside, ball 1. Ole Miss has 8 errors in the regional overall. 1-0 to Cunningham. Lands that cutter over the plate for strike 1 as he took it. 1 ball, 1 strike.
He's got 3 sacrifices, David. I don't think you can take the squeeze out of play.
No, you're right. Here. We're kind of watching that, even with the bags of the corners. Swing and a miss. Took a full cut at a cutter downstairs for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Feel confident in that one. I may double up on that. He really looked bad on that pitch. 1-2 to Cunningham, the freshman. And a pitch. Bounced in the dirt, but up the third base side. The runners can't advance from second and third, and the count is 2-2. So he spiked that one, and Foley, if it gets behind him, it goes to backstop. That would have been a run, but he's able to block it and started rolling toward the runner at third. Two balls, 2 strikes to Cunningham. And a pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a back foot cutter there. 2 down. 5th strikeout for Morris.
And he stayed with that cutter that entire at bat, DK. 2 big strikeouts.
Coach Skirker's upset about something. I'm not exactly sure what.
I think he may think it was a foul ball.
Well, Foley caught it and tagged him, though, right?
Well, it did hit the ground.
It hit the ground.
That's why he had to tag him. And you feel like he came and had that conversation because Connor Cunningham may have told him, Coach, I may have gotten a piece of that.
Well, it's going to be hard for the base path umpires to say it was a foul ball. And it will stay as a strikeout.
Okay. And he may have caught it, David. That may be it.
Yeah, he caught it before it hit the ground. So even if he tipped it, doesn't matter. So 2 down, top of the order, Jonathan Hogart. Boy, big moment here. Rebels are down 6-3, 5th inning. Runners at second and third, 2 down. Their best hitter, one of their best hitters at the plate. Hogart's 0 for 2 of the walk. Righty on righty. Here's his pitch. Ground ball at the middle, base hit. 1 run will score. A second one's heading home. Here's the throw by Humphrey to the plate, and it's not in time. The runner holds it first. It's 8-3, Murray State. First pitch right up the middle. 89 miles an hour. 2-run single for Hogart.
Boy, you get the 2 strikeouts and a pretty good pitch down and away right there to the right-hander. I give Jonathan Hogarth a lot of credit. Give Murray State a lot of credit, man. We punched them there in the bottom of the fourth, and they've responded with 3 here in the top of the fifth.
Gave them an extra out with the error, though. The runs are unearned, but 8-3 now. They got the 5-run lead again. This pitch is inside for ball 1 to Mercer. So Murray State with 2 runs in the second, 3 in the third, 3 in the fifth. The 1-0 to Dustin Mercer. And a pitch. Missed inside for ball 2, 2-0. Hits now for the Racers as well. In 4 2/3. Ground ball, base hit down the line. All the way to the corner. This should score another run. They're rounding Hogarth. He's going to head to the plate. Heading for a triple is Mercer. A head first slide, and he's safe. An RBI triple for Mercer. And Murray State has really jumped on the Rebels in this game. 9-3.
Simply cannot get them out, David. There's another, well, that's a triple for Mercer. I was about to say another double.
5 hits off Morris. 4 runs, all unearned. And here comes Mike Bianco. That's going to be it for Mason Morris. He's not fooling them at all in this frame. 2 in the second, 3 in the third, 4 so far in the ninth. And Mercer leading by 6, 9-3. We'll take a 2-minute break with a new pitcher coming in on the Ole Miss Radio Network.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's huddle up and make things happen with the only cards for the Grove. The Ole Miss Regions Visa Debit Card and Prepaid Regions Now Card. They're a win for your wallet and a big hottie toddy, whether you're purchasing stuff for game day or every day. Want to go all in on confidently showing your Ole Miss pride? Order your card now at regions.com/GoRebels. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC. Terms, conditions, and fees apply.
Hey, Rebel fans. Got a house hotter than a Mississippi summer or pipes colder than your team's rival? It's time to call Air South Cooling, Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical. Whether it's cooling you down, heating you up, fixing those leaky pipes, or keeping your lights on, Air South's got your back. We're the champions of home comfort, just like your Rebels on the field. Call Air South Cooling, Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical today, where your home is our home field. Call Air South now at 662-304-8412. Air South, we care more.
Hun, did you pack my water for the trip to Olivia's game?
I wouldn't dare forget.
That's Olivia. Did you remember to send her money?
I wouldn't dare wait, I forgot.
No problem. Just transfer it with your Cadence mobile app. You have your phone, right?
I wouldn't dare be right back. I forgot something.
Good teammates make life easier. That's why Cadence Bank is here to help you achieve victory. Find a location at cadencebank.com. Cadence Bank. Member FDIC. Data charges may apply.
The experts at Oxford Orthopedics and Sports Medicine are the trusted orthopedic team physicians for your Ole Miss Rebels. Their specialists provide elite orthopedic care using state-of-the-art technology and personalized treatment plans to get you back on your feet faster. From mom's sprained ankle to your son's football injury, Oxford Ortho is here for your family. With offices located in Oxford, Batesville, Grenada, Hernando, Cleveland, Calhoun City, and Tupelo, their physicians are always close by when you need them. Oxford Ortho and Sports Medicine is the official orthopedic team physicians for you and your Ole Miss Rebel. Carson Garner will be the batter for Murray State. 2 outs here in the fifth. They have scored 4 runs in this frame and leading now 9-3 over Ole Miss. The new pitcher is Will McCausland. The right-hander will inherit a runner 3rd and 2 down, and Carson Garner, who's 2 for 3 already in the game at the plate. McCausland gave up 2 runs to Murray State Friday and actually took the loss in that game. There's a fastball for a strike, 0-1 to Garner.
Roslyn pitched yesterday too, Brad.
Yeah, it's all hands on deck, though. We knew that coming into today. We just got to stop the bleeding.
Ground ball, third base side. Hills got it. Steps and throws to first. Low throw, but on target for the out, and that will end the inning. 4 hits, or 4 runs rather. 4 hits and an error, and 1 man left. We go to the bottom of the 4th, 5th inning. Rebels will have the bottom third of the order to start it, trailing 9-3 on the Ole Miss Radio Network.
There's passion, and then there's Swayze crazy. A Mississippi mood born in the frost of February, rising to a crescendo in the heat of spring. It rattles the nerves of any opponent that enters Swayze Field. This is a home field advantage you'll never forget. Ford knows that strong traditions start with leadership, like Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 48 years straight. Drive F-150, official truck of the Rebels, only at your Mississippi Ford dealer, based on 1977 to 2024 total sales.
The Grove Collective is here to support, elevate, and protect the well-being of all our student-athletes through a wide range of NIL opportunities and initiatives. The Collective is designed to deliver a best-in-class NIL experience, worthy of the student-athletes who give their all for Ole Miss. Visit thegrovecollective.com and learn more about the premium access and experiences the platform provides for our members, corporate partners, and our athletes. To support all Ole Miss athletes and their NIL platforms, please visit thegrovecollective.com and become a member.
9-3, Murray State leads Ole Miss. As we go to the bottom of the 5th inning, a pitching change. Shuddy's going to the hill. Nick Shuddy is their ace. And on the year, the right-hander 7-3 with a 4.36 ERA. He pitched against the Rebels Friday. Has not pitched since then. In that game, he went 6 1/3, 5 hits, 6 runs, 6 earned, 3 walks, 9 strikeouts, 2 hit batters. Their offense was hot like it is here tonight to help him out. So he survived and went a little bit further. But he made 119 pitches as a starter. So Saturday guy goes first, who pitched yesterday, and Friday guy goes second, as Murray State trying to use their best arms and see if they got enough gas in the tank. And now Shuddy's turn.
And you know he's got a little adrenaline. He knows the stakes at hand, DK. We'll see where the velocity is. Typically it's 88 to 92 with the fastball. Curveball, slider, changeup to go with it.
Shuddy, a journeyman, we told you when we talked about him in our first broadcast. From Louisville, Kentucky. He was at Motlow Community College last year. Federico will start it. Will bat left-handed against a right-handed pitcher. He's 0 for 1 with a ground out to first. 9-3, 6-run lead for Murray State. Here's the pitch. Low inside for ball 1. Well, they got what they wanted out of Isaac Silva. Even though he gave up a couple of home runs, he got them through 4 innings while the offense was rolling and held Ole Miss to 3 runs through 4. The 1-0 to Federico. Swung on and a high fly ball to left. This should be an easy play for Talkin. Drifts back and makes the catch, 1 away. Nick Shuddy has 86 strikeouts on the year, team best. But he also has a team-high 45 walks. But opponents hit only 226 against him. That's when he's fresh and rolling. 1 down for Austin Foley, the catcher, who had a solo home run on the first pitch he saw in the 3rd. Shuddy winds, kicks, and delivers. Drops the breaking ball in for a strike. He's got a real big break, 73 miles per hour curveball.
Yeah, we saw that the other night. It was about a 20-mile-an-hour difference between that and the fastball.
0-1 to Foley. Now this is way outside. Off speed again for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Wind now has died back down. Not blowing at all. Swing and a miss. Big curveball there. He swung through it. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Foley. Shuddy's 1-2. Struck him out. Curveball, swing and a miss. And if he can have success with that, that's not as taxing as some other pitches either, Brad.
Yep. And it's the location, David. Starts it out down in the middle of the plate, breaks away from Austin Foley.
2 down for Braden Randall. Batting in the 9-hole, Randall's first pitch. Strike on the outer edge, and a count 0-1 to Braden. Popped out in foul territory to the third baseman Garner in the third. That one is low on the curveball for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. He's staying right there at that 74 mile per hour mark with that breaking ball. Shuddy's 1-1 now to Randall. Swung on and fouled back for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Two to Randall. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a pitch away, and Shuddy comes in and shuts down the Rebels. 1, 2, 3 with a couple of strikeouts. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. That wraps up the Ford fifth. The Ford F-150, a truck with a tradition of greatness as strong as the Rebels, with exceptional towing and hauling capability, plus the power of a mobile generator. It's no wonder why the F-150 is the official truck of Ole Miss. Visit your local Mississippi Ford dealer or log on to buyfordnow.com today. 9-3, Murray State. They'll bat in the top of the 6th when we come back. This is Rebel Baseball from Learfield.
Comes to a gun suicide attempt, all it takes is a moment.
My son, Ricky, took his life by the use of a firearm. It broke me, and I contemplated suicide. My grandson, I was going to have to be here for him. I still own my firearm. I keep it in a safe because I want to keep my grandson and myself safe.
Store your guns, locked, unloaded, and away from ammo. Hear more safe stories at endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by Brady and the Ad Council.
This message is for Shauna, my mom who just finished her high school diploma. I wanted to say I'm so proud of you for finishing school. You told me it's never too late to achieve your dreams. I hope to make you as proud as you have made me.
When you graduate, they graduate. Finish your high school diploma for you and for them. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
After 5, Murray State leading Ole Miss in a commanding way, 9-3. 9 runs on 14 hits, no errors, and 6 men left stranded. The Rebels have the 3 runs on 2 hits, 2 homers, a solo shot and a 2-run homer after a batter was hit, 1 error, and nobody left. Decker, Mistoni, Veerling, 4, 5, and 6 will bat here in the 6th inning. First pitch misses away for ball 1. Well, the grounds crew just did some work on the infield as they refreshed the diamond. We'll remind you about Stout's Carpet and Flooring. It's the time to let their field crew refresh your floors. Causland delivers. This one's fouled away for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Stout's Carpet carries all top brands in flooring, and as a Mohawk Premier Edge dealer, they can provide just the right floor for you with quality installation. The 1-1 to Decker. That's low for ball 2. To learn more about their many flooring options, call 662-234-5227 or go to stoutsflooring.com. 2 balls, 1 strike. And a pitch. Wow. Just inside a 50-50 ball that he didn't get. That was close. 3-1 to Decker. 3-1 pitch. Hit right up the middle, off the glove of McCausland. He'll run for it, fire to first, not in time. It was close. He made a heck of an effort to get there and throw to first base. trainer's coming out to check on him, Josh Porter. I think that hit in his glove.
I think so, too. Initially, Will thought may want to take a look at this, but
yeah, it hit his glove all the way. Have to check first base. So Decker's going to reach on an infield single unless they review and see otherwise. Causland with a big smile. He's ready to go. Man, Murray State brought the bats to here to this evening, trying to win a regional on the road against this gigantic crowd, and the Rebels got hammered last night 19-8, trying to hammer back. I think he got there on the replay.
I do too.
15th hit for Murray State. Runner first, no outs for Luke Mastoni, who's 3 for 3. Takes the fastball for a strike. So Decker is 3 for 4. Mastoni is 3 for 3. Verling behind him is 3 for 3. So the heart of the order with 9 hits in 10 trips to the plate. There's a strike and a count 0-2 to Mastoni from McCausland. Mastoni transferred from Cal State Fullerton, we told you. It's been a good baseball program for a long time. Played 24 games there last year. Choked up on the bat, down 0-2 in the count. Right-handed hitter against a right-handed pitcher. And he fouls that one off. Hits the padding below the camera well on the first base side. Just past the Ole Miss dugout. One on, no outs, 0-2 to Mastoni. He's got a single, double, single. RBI on his double back in the third, and he has scored all 3 times. Quick throw to first, runner back with the right hand. Big crowd has not had a whole lot to cheer about. A couple of home runs, but just can't stop the bleeding with Murray State. Runner first, no outs. This one's fouled back. Count stays 0-2.
I mean, the Rebs are still within striking distance, DK. It's just a 6-run game. We've got 2 hits to this point. That's the concerning part.
Well, you were wondering what Shuddy would be like second time around, and he comes in and retires the side. It was the bottom third of the order, but still some pretty good hitters down there. Fly out, strike out, strike out. 0-2 to Mastoni. That one's down low. Runner sees it, races to second. The throw goes into center field. It sailed on Foley, but he won't try to advance any further as Humphrey gets it back in. So Decker advances on a wild pitch.
Yeah, if you're Murray State, you're just free and easy right now. You're willing to take those chances.
And you're trying to get as many as you can get, because you know what Ole Miss did last night. Rebels have a difficult time repeating that. One, 2 to Mastoni. Missed away for ball 2, 2-2. Will McCausland kicks and fires. Line drive, base hit to center. Late jump there by Decker. They're going to round him as Humphrey will throw to the plate. It's going to be cut off the relay, not in time. Mastoni with a single. Decker scores. And Murray State's got 10 runs in the game. 16 hits.
It's really impressive, DK. The adjustments with 2 strikes.
Well, it's just the counter opposite of what happened last night.
Yep. They don't swing at a lot of bad pitches.
Runner first, no outs for Veerling. That one's in there for a strike and a count 0-1. So Decker now 3 for 4. Mastoni is 4 for 4. And Veerling at the plate right now is currently 3 for 3. That's the 4, 5, and 6 hitters in the lineup. Veerling with 3 singles, an RBI and a run score. Fouls that one back, and the count is 0-2. 10-3, Murray State. Still no outs in the inning with the runner at first. Riley Maddox has been warming up in the bullpen. And the pitch. Check swing. The appeal said he didn't go around. As it missed inside for ball one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. McCausland's 1-2. Swung on. Well hit to left center. That's down for a base hit. Humphrey couldn't get there as it falls left center. Kind of a soft line drive. 4 for 4 is Veerlin. First and second, no outs. 17 hits for Murray State. This has just been incredible. Now the left-handed hitting Dan Talkin will bat.
14 singles, 2 doubles, and a triple.
Mike Bianco's going to make a pitching change. He'll head to the mound. We'll take a 2-minute break on the Ole Miss Radio Network.
It's Friday Night Baseball, and my son Josh is at the plate. Me, I'm live streaming the whole thing to the entire family, even cousin Henry in Wisconsin. No one misses a thing thanks to C Spire. Oh my gosh, he just crashed into left field! Woohoo!
Connecting you to what inspires you most on C Spire's blazing fast 5G network. And right now, get the latest 5G phone on us. C Spire, inspired by you. 5G not available in all areas. Capable device required. See cspire.com for details.
There's passion, and then there's Swayze crazy. A Mississippi mood born in the frost of February, rising to a crescendo in the heat of spring. It rattles the nerves of any opponent that enters Swayze Field. This is a home field advantage you'll never forget. Ford knows that strong traditions start with leadership, like Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 48 years straight. Drive F-150, official truck of the Rebels, only at your Mississippi Ford dealer, based on 1977 to 2024 total sales.
Let's huddle up and make things happen with the only cards for the Grove. The Ole Miss Regions Visa Debit Card and Prepaid Regions Now Card. They're a win for your wallet and a big hottie toddy, whether you're purchasing stuff for game day or every day. Want to go all in on confidently showing your Ole Miss pride? Order your card now at regions.com/GoRebels. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC. Terms, conditions, and fees apply.
Hey, Rebel fans, got a house hotter than a Mississippi summer or pipes colder than your team's rival? It's time to call Air South Cooling, Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical. Whether it's cooling you down, heating you up, fixing those leaky pipes, or keeping your lights on, Air South's got your back. We're the champions of home comfort, just like your Rebels on the field. Call Air South Cooling, Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical today, where your home is our home field. Call Air South now at 662-304-8412. Air South, we care more.
Runners at first and second, 1 run in, no outs here at the top of the 6th, and Will McCausland leaves after working only a third of an inning. And the new pitcher is Riley Maddox, 6-5 with a 5.56 ERA. Maddox was the starting pitcher Friday night, moved him from the 2 slot to the 1 slot against this Murray State team. He only lasted 3 innings on 70 pitches, gave up 6 hits, 4 runs earned, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts, faced 18 batters. Should be where he can pitch in relief for a little while as far as the pitch count goes, but he's got to figure out a way to get some outs.
Yeah, Rebels down 7 right here. First and second, still nobody out.
Riley Maddox's 17th appearance this year, first in relief. Fastball in there for a strike, and the count is 0-1 to Talkin. 10-3. Murray State, 17-2 in the hits. The 0-1 to Talkin. Swing and a miss, got it by him for strike 2. This is the first time for Riley Maddox to pitch in relief since the second game last year. He only pitched 1 time in relief last year. That was against High Point early in the season. He started out in the Y, then pitched in relief against High Point. This one misses away. For for ball one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Totally in relief in 2022 and was in relief before he got hurt in 2023. Fouled off. 29 starts, though, between relief appearances. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 7-hole hitter Talkin. RBI on a ground out in the second, struck out in the third, reached on an error in the fifth. Really surprised they're not playing a little small ball here, but they've been hitting it so good. There's a fly ball to right center. Humphrey's going to catch it. Runner's going to tag, but not try to advance. The throw comes into Randall. So Talkin flies out, 1 away. And Nico Bermio, the DH, will bat. He's 1 for 3 with a single in the third, the 8-hole hitter.
Say it again, David. You got to find a way to get out of this inning. Only giving up this 1 run that they've already scored.
Mastoni at second, Verling at first, 1 down. First pitch to Bermio. Ground ball off the glove of Maddox. Udemark's got it, throws to second, now to first, low, not in time. Now, Maddox got a little bit of a glove on it. If it gets through cleanly, might could have turned 2, but you'll have runners at the corners as Bermio is going to reach on a fielder's choice. Verling is out at second base, 1 to 4 to 6 for the second out of the inning, and Mastoni moves to third. So first and third, 2 down for the 9-hole hitter Connor Cunningham.
Yeah, First State called a break right there. So it was going to be a tailor-made 4 to 6 to 3. You felt like Judd had him played up the middle, but as a pitcher, that's a natural reaction to try and glove it. It's off his glove, and we only get the runner at second.
And a pitch. Fastball for a strike on the outer edge. I say fastball as a cutter. Started outside and came back and nipped the outer edge. 0-1 to Cunningham. The 0-1. Maddox delivers. Now what's fouled off goes off the leg of Cunningham. Rolls fair. 0-2 to the left-handed hitting shortstop for Murray State. 2 in the second, 3 in the third, 4 in the fifth, 1 so far in the fifth, or sixth rather. You're trying to get out of this one, but no further damage. 0-2 to Cunningham. This is low, runner going. There's a throw to second, and he's in there. A late throw. Randall stayed with him in case he overslid. The runner at third did not try to come home, so it's a stolen base for Bermio.
Yeah, delayed steal. Saw them do that yesterday. Take the 2 big hops and take off. You're just trying to catch them off guard.
One, 2 to Cunningham. Swung on, lifted to left field. Sanford on the run. Got that one measured and makes the catch for the out. Only 1 run. That's a moral victory. 1 run on 3 hits. There were no errors and 2 men left. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Murray State leading Ole Miss 10-3 on the Ole Miss Radio Network.
The experts at Oxford Orthopedics and Sports Medicine are the trusted orthopedic team physicians for your Ole Miss Rebels. Their specialists provide elite orthopedic care using state-of-the-art technology and personalized treatment plans to get you back on your feet faster. From mom's sprained ankle to your son's football injury, Oxford Ortho is here for your family. With offices located in Oxford, Batesville, Grenada, Hernando, Cleveland, Calhoun City, and Tupelo, their physicians are always close by when you need them. Oxford Ortho and Sports Medicine is the official orthopedic team physicians for you and your Ole Miss Rebel.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's huddle up and make things happen with the only cards for the Grove. The Ole Miss Regions Visa Debit Card and prepaid Regions Now Card. They're a win for your wallet and a big hottie toddy, whether you're purchasing stuff for game day or every day. Want to go all in on confidently showing your Ole Miss pride? Order your card now at regions.com/GoRebels. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC. Terms, conditions, and fees apply.
Top of the order for Ole Miss in the bottom of 6, trailing 10-3. Need a big crooked number to get back in this thing. Right-hander Nick Shetty. You know, 2 things about yesterday for Murray State. They did not pitch their 1 and 2. Of course, they did pitch their number 2 Saturday. And the Rebels got the huge lead. It wasn't a close game. If it had been a close game, you might have seen them. But they were able to keep them on the shelf. And we're seeing them here with one more day of rest. And we saw Isaac Silva do a pretty good job, gave up a couple of home runs. Rebels on the flip side really strained in the pitching area with the extra game we had to play. So you go all the way back to Friday night. And all of these regionals, when you get knocked in the loser's bracket early, it can be hard to get through and win the whole thing. But still got some outs to work with, Brad. And Maddox came in, showed that he's got some steam.
Yeah, we just got to fight, David. We got to find a way to get some base runners. You know the danger we present as far as the long ball goes, but we got to just string some good at-bats together.
Mitch Sanford, left-handed hitter. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball outside for ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. Sanford, Hill, and Furness. Udemark will bat if somebody gets aboard against the right-hander, Shuddy. He has thrown nothing but a bunch of breaking balls, curve balls. That one's a fastball, fouled back to the net for strike one, 1-1. 71-88 difference on those first two pitches. Sanford with a 1-1 pitch on the way. Swung on, base hit. Slaps it up the middle, second base side of the bag for a single. Got the fans something to cheer about. That's the only time a guy has been on base. Second time a guy has actually been on base. We got the 2 home runs, a solo shot, and a 2-run homer after a hit by a batter by Furness. But it's good to get somebody aboard. That's only the 3rd hit of the ball game for Ole Miss. Now Luke Hill is 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a groundout.
Just keep stringing them together. Good at bat by Mitch. He sat back on that breaking ball. Drove it right back through the middle.
Righty on righty here. Bunts it in front of the plate. It's going to be a foul ball. Boy, Coach Skirka wants that to be an out. They think that he ran into it in fair territory, and I'm not sure. No, it hit his foot. It hit his left foot.
Did it hit the foot first?
Yeah, it hit the left foot
It did bounce
first.
up and hit his chest.
Yeah, but it hit the left foot first.
Okay. Well, if it hit the left foot first, he was still in foul territory.
So it's 0-1 to Luke Hill. Yeah, absolutely a foul ball if it hits your left foot first. So Hill will come back. He's trying to sneak his way aboard. The Rebels need some base runners. See, it hit the left foot, came up, and then hit him in the chest. He's still in the box, though. He's not out of the box still. Oh, but the ball was. But it's 100% a foul ball. 0-1 to Hill. Shuddy from the stretch delivers. Swung on, high fly ball, left center field. Hogart going back, has room at the wall. Does he or no? Yes. Jumps up and catches it, falling into the padding. Hill toying with a home run. But that's an out. 1 away.
They were just curious. There's no wind. Curious if that ball had enough legs to get out of here, but a good play by Hogart as he jumps and slams into the wall to record the first out.
1 down for Will Furness, who's got a strikeout and a hit by the pitch. You go back and look at his outing against us the first night. He got a 3-run home run off of Shuddy in the 3rd by Udemark. Solo home by Smithwick in the 4th. This one misses inside for ball 1. And he got it all the way down to the 7th inning and had a stretch where he retired 8 in a row. Gave up a walk in the 7th and they pulled him. But he did a good enough job to help his team win that game 9-6. The 1-0's outside ball 2, 2-0. Now, the other piece that you're thinking about kind of in the back of your mind, well, actually 2. One would be Graham Kellum, who's pitched twice already, but we've seen that he's got some pretty good stuff. Jacob Hustedy as well. The 2-0 to Furness. That one's low. Ball 3. Just missed low. 3-0 to Will Furness. Ten to 3. Murray State. Rebels batting in the bottom of the 6th. Running first one out. 3-0 to Furness. Takes a strike. Outer edge. Very close, though. 3-1 now to Furnace.
You can't get too big right here with the swing if you will.
And a pitch. Strike two. It was up in the zone and away from the left-handed hitter, was definitely a strike. Full count now to Furnace as Shuddy bounces back to get it full after being down 3-0. Sanford with the lead at first base. Full count pitch to Furnace. Swing and a miss, struck him out on that 72-mile-per-hour curveball. 2 down. 3 strikeouts for Shuddy. Judd Udemark the batter. 1 for 2 with a 2-run homer in the 4th.
Boy, he made 3 really good pitches, didn't he?
Yeah.
After falling behind 3 balls, no strikes.
Udemark hit his 22nd home run of the year back in the 4th, a 2-run shot to cut it to 5-3. They've scored 5 unanswered since then. Righty on righty, the pitch. Rolls it up the first base side on that curveball. Fouled it off for strike 1. to 3, Murray State leading. Bottom of the 6th inning with 2 down, runner first, 0-1 to Udemark. And a pitch. Breaking ball away for ball 1. 1-1. Shuddy from the stretch with Sanford at first base. Delivers the 1-1 pitch. Now one's fouled back. Came back with a fastball there, 90-mile-per-hour fastball right down the middle. But he fouled it back for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Challenging.
Yeah, it's the first one he's seen. Just didn't have the timing right. Seen those slow breaking balls.
I think he'll throw him another curveball here. What do you think? 1-2 pitch. Shuddy trying to throw up another goose egg. Pitch to Udemark. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a curveball. Strikeout number 4 for Shuddy, and the Rebels empty in the 6th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left. We go to the 7th inning. Murray State up 10-3. This is Rebel Baseball from Learfield.
You said you'd never buy your kid candy from the checkout aisle. Or forget extra diapers. You'd never lick your thumb to clean their face. Never, ever become a minivan mom. So when you say you'd never leave your child in a hot car, no, it can happen. Cars get hot fast, and kids can be at risk in temperatures as low as 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Never happens. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
August was born 3 pounds, 9.8 ounces. When I first saw him, it was a whole range of emotions. There's stuff I still want to do. Being a young dad, it's not giving up. It's shifting. I look through his eyes. I can envision the whole future with him already. To throw the first football to him, give him ice cream for the first time. My life is now devoted to his life.
Through all of fatherhood's firsts, never stop being a dad. Visit fatherhood.gov to hear more. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
As we come back, let's pause 10 seconds for station ID. We'll do that on the Ole Miss Radio Network. Riley Maddox will be back on the hill to face the top of the order here in the top of the 7th. Pure, plain, and simple. You got a third of the game left. You can ill afford letting them score anymore, and then you got to have some big innings offensively. Let's see if Riley Maddox can throw up another goose egg. He retired all 3 he faced in the 6th inning. Jonathan Hogart will lead it off. 1 for 3, the walk and a 2-run single. 10-3, Murray State leading here in Oxford. And a pitch. Low for ball 1. Hogart, 19 home runs on the year, 62 RBIs. That one skips away for ball 2, 2-0. Maddox is standing on the mound. I don't know why the pitch clock didn't start. Now it has. Pitch misses inside for ball 3. 3-0 to Hogart. The 3-0 to Hogart. Strike at the knees, count 3-1. Rebels with 2 giant wins yesterday to get to this game. You had high hopes, but right now Murray State is 100% in the driver's seat. This one is fouled away first base side. The count is full. With a 7-run lead, Ole Miss has 9 outs offensively. Murray State they're thinking insurance now, Brad. Whatever we can get the rest of the way.
Yeah, even though we've got 3 hits, they know we scored 13 runs in 2 innings yesterday.
This one's fouled away first base side. Count stays full. Murray State's out hit the Rebels 17-3. Ground ball left side. That's a base hit. Had a little bit of shift there, but Randall couldn't get to that one. Rounding first. He's going to try to get to second. Here's the throw. Safe with a double. Boy, they have been really aggressive. Another double for Murray State. 18 hits now. Leadoff double here in the 7th.
Yeah, just right out of the box. He knew it. Credit Murray State, though. This is quite the display of offense.
Dustin Mercer, the batter, 1 for 4 with an RBI triple in the 5th. Takes the pitch inside for ball 1. He's the 2-hole hitter. So Hogart's got 2 hits. Mercer's sitting there 1 for 4 at the plate right now, but his hit was a triple. Garner's 2 for 4. Decker, who's next, is 3 for 4. Mastoney's 4 for 4. That one misses for ball 2, 2-0. Fearling is 4 for 4. The bottom 3 hitters have only a couple of hits, 2 singles. Hogart with a lead. Out at second base. Swung on. That's lifted to left center field. Humphrey has room. The center fielder will make the catch. Runner tagging at seconds, trying to get to third. Head first slide, and safe in there is Hogart. Well, that just shows you, they're not going to play it safe. They're going to keep playing their game. It's kind of like Ole Miss last night. How many runs would it take? Because Murray State had a pretty good offensive night last night.
Yeah, they're just going to stay aggressive, David. Keep trying to push that lead out.
Murray State came into this game hitting .345 in the regional. We told you Ole Miss .354. Racers have kept it up. Rebels not so much at this point. There's a 3/4 swing on a breaking ball for strike 1 to Garner. So now Hogart at third with 1 down. Garner just wants to put it in play somewhere, try to get him home. And a pitch. Swing and a miss. 92 fastball got it by him. Strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes to Garner. Infield in to try to cut the run off. Here's the pitch. Just missed away, ball 1. Late decision to do that, but they've come in to try to cut the run off at the plate. Down by 7 already, even though it's the 7th inning.
Yeah, you feel like with 2 strikes, it'd be more of a defensive swing.
Right. 1-2 to Garner. And a pitch. Down low for ball 2. 2-2 count. And the way they've been swinging it, I don't know if he's going to go on the down angle ball or not. He might.
Yeah, they didn't earlier. Gets through. They didn't earlier. When they had second, third, and only 1 out. They hit the ball to Luke Hill.
Runner third, 1 down. 2-2 to Garner. Top of the 7th, Murray State up 10-3 with a 2-2 pitch on the way. Check swing. They appealed to first, said he didn't go around. Fans wanted a strike call. Full count to Garner. On the replay, I don't know. He may have gone there. Close. He said no. Bat didn't like it, broke the plane there. Full count to Garner. And a pitch. Line drive, base hit over Luke Hill. Fair into the corner it goes. Rounding first and heading to second is Garner with a double. Boy, they are cranking the hits. 19 hits, 11 runs now. An RBI for Garner, his 56th of the year.
Just had no answer for him.
Second one down for Dom Decker. 11-3 Murray State. Huge crowd. This one's fouled back for strike one. Some heading toward the exits, thinking it's going to be hard for the Rebels to come back. We'll see. Oh, 1 to Decker. And a pitch. Ground ball left side. Hill gloves it. That was scorched. He'll throw to first for the out. Decker hammered that ball, but Luke was able to get a glove on it. 2 down, and the batter will be Luke Mastoni, who's already 4 for 4. Single, double, single, single. 3 runs scored, 2 ribbies. Right-handed batter.
Good defensive play by Luke right there. Certainly would have scored another run had he not been able to glove that.
And a pitch. Strike on the inner edge, 0-1 to Mastoni. Fastball, 92. The 0-1. Ground ball, right side. Udemark missed it. Run will score. He was running to his left. Looked like he got there, and the ball may have hit the lip and stayed low on him. We'll see if they rule that hit or an error. Nonetheless, a run for Murray State. The bleeding continues. They're up 12-3.
Yeah, should have been out of the inning.
That will be the second error of the game. Rebels have not fielded very well in this event. So 2 more runs for Murray State. Mike Bianco will bring in another pitcher. 12-3 here in the top of the 7th. Racers. We'll take a break on the Ole Miss Radio Network.
Hon, did you pack my water for the trip to Olivia's game?
I wouldn't dare forget.
That's Olivia. Did you remember to send her money?
I wouldn't dare Wait, I forgot.
No problem. Just transfer it with your Cadence mobile app. You have your phone, right?
I wouldn't dare I'll be right back. I forgot something.
Good teammates make life easier. That's why Cadence Bank is here to help you achieve victory. Find a location at cadencebank.com. Cadence Bank. Member FDIC. Data charges may apply.
The experts at Oxford Orthopedics and Sports Medicine are the trusted orthopedic team physicians for your Ole Miss Rebels. Their specialists provide elite orthopedic care using state-of-the-art technology and personalized treatment plans to get you back on your feet faster. From mom's sprained ankle to your son's football injury, Oxford Ortho is here for your family. With offices located in Oxford, Batesville, Grenada, Hernando, Cleveland, Calhoun City, and Tupelo, their physicians are always close by when you need them. Oxford Ortho and Sports Medicine is the official orthopedic team physicians for you and your Ole Miss Rebel.
Rebels have a hill to climb, trailing Murray State 12-3 in the top of the 7th inning with Ole Miss going to the bullpen. Dave Pulaski inside the Learfield Network studios with your NCAA tournament scoreboard update. One of the other regional Game 7s going on right now is in Knoxville between Tennessee and Wake Forest. A 7-run fourth inning has propelled the Volunteers to an 8-5 lead over the Demon Deacons. Manny Marin with a 3-run homer along the way. Also going on right now, Oregon State in control against USC, 6-0 in the top of the 7th inning. Beavers, after losing their regional opener against St. Mary's have outscored their last 3.5 opponents 47-6 as they're trying to shut the door on the Trojans and advance to the Super Regionals. Earlier today, North Carolina puts away Oklahoma 14-4. Tar Heels are going to host Arizona in the Super Regionals next weekend. Coming up a little bit later on tonight, Southern Miss and Miami after the Golden Eagles crushed the Hurricanes 18-7 to set up that winner-take-all Game 7. Also, LSU and Little Rock after the Trojans were able to top the Tigers at Alex Box Stadium 10-4 last night. Little Rock still a losing record on the season, even despite their late surge, just 27-33 on the year, trying to pull off the upset over the number 6 national seed. Time to send you back to Swayze with David Kelman, Brad Henderson. Guys?
2 runs in here in the 7th with the runner first and 2 down. A new pitcher of the game for Ole Miss is Mason Nichols. Right-hander will deal with Verling, who's 4 for 4 in the game. Here's the pitch. Swings and fouls it off for strike 1. An error allowed an unearned run. Maddox goes 2 innings. Gives up 2 hits. The 2 runs, 1 earned. Nichols now, who's been the 3rd game starter all year, missed some action with the oblique issue. Did pitch yesterday a little bit in his return and pitching again here in relief. The 0-1 down low for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 12 runs, 19 hits for this Murray State team. Ole Miss won 19-8 last night with 19 runs on 19 hits. So they have answered the 19 hits and trying to trump us. And a pitch. Ground ball rolled toward Randall at short. He'll glove and throw to first. Stretch there by Furness. He holds the bag for the out. 2 more runs, though, for Murray State. They get the 2 runs on 2 hits. 1 error. 1 man left. It's 7th inning stretch time. The Rebels have got to find a crooked number offensively. 12-3. Racers on the Ole Miss Radio Network.
When second's making a play, short's got to cover.
A winning insurance strategy doesn't rely on one person.
Good hustle, good hustle.
2 things: communicate with your guys and make sure everyone's in the right coverage. It takes a team that knows its roles well, working together to provide an exceptional experience.
Set the screen. You have to protect yourself. All right? Wildcats on 3. 1, 2, 3, Wildcats!
At Shelter Insurance, you can count on our local agents and award-winning customer service to help you protect what matters most.
Hey, Rebel fans. For more than 50 years, Mississippi Asthma and Allergies board-certified team of allergists has treated patients by identifying triggers and creating personalized treatment plans. Now with 8 convenient locations across Mississippi, including Oxford, we're right next door when you need us. Treating infants to adults and Ole Miss students. Find our clinic nearest you at msaac.com. Mississippi Asthma and Allergy, helping Mississippi live life to the fullest and allergy-free.
Bottom half of the 7th inning, Humphrey Smithwick Federico to bat against the right-hander Nick Shuddy. Shuddy entered a couple of innings ago. He's thrown up 2 goose eggs, the starter against us in Game 1 Friday. As they made a call to the bullpen for some fresh meat. Don't forget, when you're in Oxford, to go check out LB's Meat Market on University Avenue. It's the fresh cut of Oxford. But Shuddy's done a good job. He got us fly out, strikeout, strikeout in the 5th. Single, fly out, strikeout, strikeout in the 6th. He's done it with a slow-breaking curveball and then a sneaky fastball. He's at 25 pitches after throwing 119 Friday night. A lot of the crowd still here hoping the Rebels can put together a big giant inning. We got to have one, trailing 12-3 with 9 outs to work with. Humphrey to lead off 0 for 2 with a ground down to strikeout. First pitch is high for ball 1 from Shuddy. They have a right-hander up the bullpen and throwing. Fouled that one off. The count 1-1 to Humphrey.
Hustedy. Jacob Hustedy.
Yeah, we said there's two more that they made. Jacob Hustedy is the right-hander from Breeze, Illinois. There's one right side, base hit. Diving for Decker, the second baseman, got a tip of the glove on it, but that was not enough. And so Humphrey with a leadoff single here in the 7th inning.
Good start for the Rebels. Talked about it, DK. We got to string a bunch of those together.
Campbell Smithwick 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out will be the batter. That's just the 4th hit of the game for Ole Miss. Got 2 homers and 2 singles. Smithwick fouls it off third base side into the stands. Count 0-1. We're going to play station to station. Throughout the year, Wade Incorporated sponsored our stolen bases. Nothing runs like a deer. But we can't risk that. The 0-1. Close pitch. That might have been a strike from the inner edge. Got a break there. This is for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Smithwick. Shuddy delivers. Swing and a miss. Slow curveball at 72 miles an hour for strike 2. In this modern era, it's a rarer pitch, too. See changes, you see sliders, you see cutters, 2-seam, 4-seam fastballs, but the old school kind of curveball, breaking ball like that, slurvish, if you will, Brad. Yeah, it's almost like a breaking changeup.
Yeah, when it's 15 to 20 miles an hour different. And the thing about Shuddy is he can locate it, David. He doesn't leave it up in that danger zone.
1-2 to Smithwick. And his pitch. Fastball inside for ball 2. 2-2. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball. Back foot breaking ball, strikes out. 1 down. 74 miles an hour. 5th strikeout for Shuddy.
He'll show you a fastball every now and then, just to kind of set you up. When he comes back with that slow breaking ball. Would have been ball 3.
One down with 1 on for Hayden Federico. Switch hitter batting left-handed against a right-handed pitcher. He's 0 for 2 with a ground out and a fly out. Fouls that one back for strike 1. Federico's 0-1. Low inside for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Looks like Shuddy wants a different baseball. And a 1-1 now. Back door missed away a little bit for ball 2. 2-1. And a pitch. Swung on, lifted foul, third base side, now to go out of play.
Well, that's when you know you're effective, David. They're a little bit late on the fastball, way ahead on the
breaking ball. Yep. And you just feel like that you're eventually going to win the battle.
Yep.
To Federico, or 2-2 to Federico, rather, with a runner first and 1 down. Murray State leading 12-3, bottom of the 7th. And a pitch. Inside hitting Free trip to first base. So first and second with one down, and the batter will be Austin Foley. Yeah, Shuddy didn't want that. Free passes. He's got to be tiring, though. My goodness, 119 pitches Friday night, coming back to pitch on a Monday. I mean, even these guys, their bullpens would be like tomorrow. So they're a day early, even on something of that nature. And back up and throwing is Jacob Hustedy.
Yeah, it just gets them out of their routine, right, David? But you knew they wanted the ball. They knew what was at stake tonight.
Austin Foley, the batter, 1 for 2 with a solo homer in the third. Curveball in the dirt for ball 1, blocked up by Bierling. It's going to be a meeting on the hill now.
Steve Atkins, the pitch coach, can come out and talk to Nick Shuddy. Probably just wants to kind of gauge where he's at.
Yeah.
Physically.
Brings in the entire infield with the catcher.
Right now, this 9-run lead feels enormous, right? But
you know, here's the other thing, too. Your pitcher's going to say, leave me in, leave me in. Coach Atkins just turned to his catcher, Bierling, and talked to him with his hand over his face. And you want your catcher to be 100% off. Is he missing spots badly? Is he effective as he has been? And you want the catcher to say, he's off a little bit. Or, yeah, let him keep rolling. You know what I mean? Need that third voice, too. 1-0 to Foley. Meeting over. And a pitch. Curveball in there for strike 1, 1-1. So today's attendance we were given is 11,905. Got close to your number, Hindu.
That's a good crowd, David.
What a great crowd. 11,905. The 1-1 to Foley. Curveball low for ball 2. Ended up being the second largest crowd for an Ole Miss game. In this order, 11,925, 11,905, 11,6 or 703, 11,620, 11,617. This one's outside, ball 3. 3-1 to Foley. So for the Ole Miss games, 58,770. You got to love that. Can we rally and make them happy? Down 12-3 in the bottom of the 7th. 3-1 to Foley. Outside ball 4 and the bases are loaded.
Just weren't going to give in to him, David. All breaking balls to Austin Foley.
With a tired pitching staff, that's the first walk out of Silva and Shuddy in the game. They've hit a couple of batters, 3 free passes. So bases loaded, 1 down for Braden Randall, who's 0 for 2 with a pop out and a strikeout. You just need a significant inning to make you feel like you got a shot. Down 12-3, and here comes the head coach, Dan Skirka, and he's going to make a pitching change here. You know, our score updates are always brought to you by Thompson Machinery, your local cat dealer. No matter your construction equipment needs, buy, lease, or rent, they've got you covered. Visit them in person in Memphis, Tupelo, Columbus, Greenwood, and Oxford, or online at tmcat.com. We'll let Dave run another look at the scoreboard on this Monday. Several teams in do-or-die games today. 12-3, Murray State leads this one. Hustedy's coming in as we'll take a break on the Ole Miss Radio Network.
It's Friday Night Baseball, and my son Josh is at the plate. Me, I'm live streaming the whole thing to the entire family, even cousin Henry in Wisconsin. No one misses a thing thanks to C-Spire. Oh my gosh, he just crashed into left field! Woohoo!
Connecting you to what inspires you most on C-Spire's blazing fast 5G network. And right now, get the latest 5G phone on us. C-Spire, inspired by you. 5G not available in all areas. Capable device required. See cspire.com for details.
There's passion, and then there's Swayze crazy. A Mississippi mood born in the frost of February, rising to a crescendo in the heat of spring. It rattles the nerves of any opponent that enters Swayze Field. This is a home field advantage you'll never forget. Ford knows that strong traditions start with leadership, like Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 48 years straight. Drive F-150, official truck of the Rebels, only at your Mississippi Ford dealer, based on 1977 to 2024 total sales.
Rebels trying to rally in the bottom of the 7th inning, trailing Murray State 12-3, but the bases are loaded as the Racers go to the bullpen. Dave Pulaski inside the Learfield Network studios with your NCAA tournament scoreboard update. Tennessee holding on to their lead over Wake Forest. It is 8-5. Vols in front in the bottom of the 7th inning in that matchup. A 7-run 4th inning has helped lift the Volunteers to that lead over the Demon Deacons. Winner of that matchup will pay a trip to Baum-Walker Stadium and number 3 national seed Arkansas for the Super Regionals next weekend. Meanwhile, North Carolina takes care of business against Oklahoma, winning 14-4 earlier today in Chapel Hill. The Tar Heels will stay home, and they will welcome in Arizona for the Super Regionals next weekend, as Gavin Gallagher had 4 hits and 2 home runs for the Heels in that victory. Bottom of the 7th inning in Corvallis, number 8 national seed Oregon State up on USC 6-0 as the Beavers are trying to punch their ticket into the Supers. If they can hold on for the victory, they would host number 9 national seed Florida State next weekend. Coming up a little bit later on, 8 o'clock first pitch between Southern Miss and Miami. The Golden Eagles forced a winner-take-all Game 7 by crushing the Hurricanes last night. And LSU and Little Rock Trojans with a 10-4 upset victory over the Tigers last night, forcing that winner-take-all Game 7 in Baton Rouge, DK.
Thank you, Dave. Appreciate that. Murray State's made another call for some fresh meat as Husteddy's on the hill. Don't forget, when you're in Oxford, to go check out LB's Meat Market on University Avenue. It's the fresh cut of Oxford. Husteddy, the right-handed pitcher. First pitch to Randall. Low. It's waving the catcher just a little bit, but not enough for the runners to advance. Bases full. 1 down, 1-0 to Braden Randall. He's got to pop out a strikeout. Husteddy's 2-0 with a 4.20 earned run average. 6'3" righty from Breeze, Illinois. And his pitch. Fastball low, ball 2, 2-0. Husteddy's making his 15th appearance of the year. He was the second guy to throw against us in the first game against Murray State that they won 9-6. He went 2/3 of an inning, gave up a hit, a walk, a strikeout, wild pitch, and was pulled. The 2-0 bounced in the dirt. Catcher again barely gets enough of it to keep it in the dirt circle so the runners don't advance. The count is 3-0 to Randall. He'll take a couple of pitches. Something to cheer about. Rebels in a deep hole, but maybe a little bit of a light at the end of the tunnel. 3-0 to Randall. Ball 4, walks in a run. Randall to first, Foley to second, Federico to third, Humphrey scores. So still just the 1 hit, Brad, but a hit batter and 2 walks in a row. And that will make it 12-4.
Yeah, this may be our shot, David. There hasn't been much of a door to open so far in this game, but clearly Ole Miss's best opportunity, if they're going to get back in this game, you feel like now we get back to the top of the order. But you've got to put up some kind of big crooked number right here. 4, 5, 6. Cut into this thing as best you can.
Catcher barely goes out to visit with Husteddy, and they've got another one up and throwing already.
If I'm Mitchell, I'm obviously, after seeing 4, not even close, going to make him throw me a strike.
He's 1 for 3 with a single in the 6th. That one misses low and away, although looked like it hit the edge in TrackMan, but it's not getting the benefit of the doubt. He's going to have to land a good one. He's missed 5 straight since entering. Husteddy with a 1-0 to Sanford. There's a strike. And a count 1-1. Graham Kellum is warming up. Right-hander with a 1-1. Swung on, lifted left field side, down the line, foul into the stands. And the count is 1 ball, 2 strikes to Mitch Sanford. Now you're battling, looking for something you can drive with 2 strikes. Bases full with Federico at third, Foley at second, Randall at first. 1 runs in, the 1-2 to Sanford. Threw a breaking ball, came out of the top of the hand and stayed up and away for ball 2. Like it slipped almost.
Yeah, they just didn't have a feel for it right there, Dave. And you think with 2-2, big gutsy move to try and come back and locate that same pitch.
Beerling had to stand up to catch it. Breaking ball, misses up. Ball 3, full count.
Well, now you're almost guaranteed a fastball.
Rebel fans on their feet. We're down 12-4, and look at this. Trying to will the Rebels to a comeback. The pitch. Check swing. They appeal to third. Said he didn't go around. It's ball 4. Sanford will get an RBI walk. Randall to second. Foley to third. Federico steps on the plate. It's 12-5. And now Luke Hill. 0 for 3 with a strikeout, ground out, and a flyout. Well, with this big a lead, Dan Skirker wants his pitcher to throw it in there. If you give up a bomb, you give up a bomb. You don't want this slow bleed going on. Luke Hill's hit 8 homers in the year. Almost got one early in the game. Low and away, ball 1. Leads the team in walks.
Catcher Burling going to go out and talk to him. Probably they got a right-hander up. That's Kellum in the bullpen. Maybe trying to buy him a little time. As Husted just has not been able to find the zone since he's entered.
8 pitches, 3 strikes or more than that. That's it. Here comes Coach Kirk. 12-5, Murray State. And let's see if he makes the change. He's had Kellum, the right-hander, warming up. Luke Hill's got a 1-0 count, so the new pitcher would inherit him if they do make the change. He brings the entire infield in and the catcher. He wants, again, to have a conversation on how do you feel. And
I think he's just giving him time to get some water.
Kellum's walking toward the dugout.
Towards the door.
Gate. Yeah. That's going to be it. Another pitching change. Rebels with the bases loaded, 2 runs in, still just 1 out, trailing 12-5, bottom of the 7th. We'll take another 2-minute break on the Ole Miss Radio Network.
Let's go. Let's huddle up and make things happen with the only cards for the Grove. The Ole Miss Regions Visa Debit Card and prepaid Regions Now Card. They're a win for your wallet and a big hottie toddy, whether you're purchasing stuff for game day or every day. Want to go all in on confidently showing your Ole Miss pride? Order your card now at regions.com/GoRebels. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC. Terms, conditions, and fees apply.
Hey, Rebel fans, got a house hotter than a Mississippi summer or pipes colder than your team's rival? It's time to call Air South Cooling, Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical. Whether it's cooling you down, heating you up, fixing those leaky pipes, or keeping your lights on, Air South's got your back. We're the champions of home comfort, just like your Rebels on the field. Call Air South Cooling, Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical today, where your home is our home field. Call Air South now at 662-304-8412. Air South, we care more.
Hun, did you pack my water for the trip to Olivia's game?
I wouldn't dare forget.
That's Olivia. Did you remember to send her money?
I wouldn't dare Wait, I forgot.
No problem. Just transfer it with your Cadence mobile app. You have your phone, right?
I wouldn't dare I'll be right back. I forgot something.
Good teammates make life easier. That's why Cadence Bank is here to help you achieve victory. Find a location at cadencebank.com. Cadence Bank. Member FDIC. Data charges may apply.
The experts at Oxford Orthopedics and Sports Medicine are the trusted orthopedic team physicians for your Ole Miss Rebels. Their specialists provide elite orthopedic care using state-of-the-art technology and personalized treatment plans to get you back on your feet faster. From mom's sprained ankle to your son's football injury, Oxford Ortho is here for your family. With offices located in Oxford, Batesville, Grenada, Hernando, Cleveland, Calhoun City, and Tupelo, their physicians are always close by when you need them. Oxford Ortho and Sports Medicine is the official orthopedic team physicians for you and your Ole Miss Rebel.
New pitch to the right-hander. Graham Kellum is on the hill. It's spelled different than me. It's pronounced the same. It's Kelham, the 6'4 junior out of Indiana. Transfer from St. Francis. His pitch, fastball high for ball 2 to Luke Hill. He inherits Hill with a 1-0. The bases are loaded, 1 down. Rebels still down 12-5, but a big opportunity to get it interesting at least. The 2-0 to Hill. Called a strike. 50-50 ball. Hit the edge of the box on the upper outer corner. 2-1 to Hill. Murray State's made another call for some fresh meat. Don't forget when you're in Oxford to go check out LB's Meat Market on University Avenue. It's the fresh cut of Oxford. Kellum delivers, misses away. Ball 3, 3-1. Single strikeout, hit batter, walk, and now Hill's got a 3-1 count. Leads the team in walks. Probably taking this one no matter what. Kellum ready. And delivers. Swung on, line drive, base hit to right. He didn't take it. 1 run scores. They're bringing a second one around, and no throw to the plate. It's 12-7. Hill goes with a pitch and gets a 2-run single, and all of a sudden, Swayze is alive.
Good piece of hitting by Luke right there. He knew Kellum was going to stay away, hard away, and he just gets a fastball and shoots it to right field. Rebels have now cut into that lead, trail by 5.
2-run single for Hill, 40 RBIs on the year. Foley and Randall scores. Sanford moved from first to second, so 2 aboard, 1 out for Will Furness, the left-handed hitter. 4 runs in the inning. Takes a pitch high for ball 1. One of those runs off of Shuddy, the other one off of Hustetti. First and second, 1 down. Furness is 0 for 2 with a hit by a pitch. Low, ball 2, 2-0 to Furness. He's second on the team in walks. This place is loud. Kellum, the transfer from the University of St. Francis, had 12 saves there last year. He's been more of a split closer in this one. He's got 7 this year. There's a fastball strike on the inner edge, and the count is 2-1. Kellum was the 3rd pitcher to pitch against us in the first game and went 2 2/3 scoreless to finish it up. He had some traffic, but did not give up a run. The 2-1 fouled away left side into the stands, and the count 2-2 to Furness. Udemark's on deck. 12-7 now is the score. Kellum checks his runners and delivers. Swung on, ground ball right side, base hit for Furness. Rounding third is Sanford. He will score as the throw comes back in. It's 12-8. RBI single for Will. Here come the Rebels. First and third, still just 1 out. They can't get out of the inning. And it's Judd Udemark.
Yeah, you just wondered if Kellum was going to try and go back to that breaking ball. He hadn't been able to land it, but he did that time. It caught way too much of the plate. Will just hooks it in that 4-hole. Rebels with a 5 spot here in the 7th.
Have cut it to 4. Udemark's 1 for 3. His 1 was a 2-run homer in the 4th inning. His 22nd of the year. Still just 1 out of the inning. The Ole Miss fans are on fire. Kellum delivers. Breaking ball hit him in the left elbow. The catcher thinks he leaned in. It was way up and in. It was a ball for sure. They're out checking on Udemark. As Josh Porter and Mike Bianco meet him halfway up the line.
Yeah, it was that slow breaking ball at 71 miles an hour.
That was way up and in.
Yeah, I'm going to say maybe the funny bone, probably. We'll get another look at it.
He didn't lean into it. actually took it halfway up the arm. Wasn't quite the funny bone.
Yeah, I mean, he's reacting to flinch.
And I go back to
he's flinching.
If the pitch is that bad in the ball and you get hit, I don't care if you lean into it or not. If you got 3 balls on you. In this case, it was not. It was the first pitch, but he was going to get hit regardless of which way he moved his arm.
Murray State is challenging the hit by pitch. Plays under further review.
Well, and you don't blame Dan Skirka either. His catcher felt like he did it. This is a huge moment in this game. If you can, steal one right here, you try and steal it.
You try to get an out. I don't know. It's going to be close. Catcher Beerling pointed at him immediately. If it stands, the Rebels will have the bases loaded for Humphrey with still just 1 out in the inning. This inning, single, strikeout, hit batter, walk, 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 single, single. And a hit batter if it stands. Waiting for Pittsburgh to make a decision. He moved his arm.
Well, he flinched. I mean, you got a hard ball coming right at you. You're going to flinch.
That's real hard to take the hitter away, but it could go either way. We'll see. 100% Dan Skirka, I get him to look at that. Rebels have cut it to 4, still with 2 frames to work with. 2 things got to happen, though. Got to keep scoring. You got to stop Murray State somehow. They scored in every inning but 1. Play taking a long time under review. Now they're ready to let us know. Home plate umpire Eulin Hops, our crew chief.
After review, the call will be overturned. By rule, the pitch is a strike. We'll have an 0-1 count. Murray State retains both challenges.
The flip side of that, you get Udemart back at the plate, he may hit a bomb now. So they overruled it. It's an 0-1 count. You're going to have to reevaluate this rule. Mike Bianco's going to come out and argue, but of course the call came back from Pittsburgh. He's not upset. He said, okay, so it's an 0-1 count? Yes, okay. Udemar will put his batting gloves back on and go to the plate with an 0-1 count. Well, that's the biggest gift strike a pitcher will ever get. He missed way up and in. And if Judd just stays still, he's going to get hit. That's the thing.
That's the kicker. But he flinched.
That's the kicker.
And it cost him, but at least it wasn't with 2 strikes, David. That would have been strike 3.
They're giving Judd a little time, and he will step in. 0-1 to Udemar. Runners at first and third, 1 down. You got Hill at third, Furness at first. Kellum with an 0-1 pitch. Ready and delivers. Breaking ball in there for a strike and a count. 0-2 now to Udemar. Threw a 71-mile-per-hour curveball, look like.
Yeah, this is a small part of this baseball game, but you got to find a way to put the ball in play. You're Judd. Every run's crucial right here. Don't necessarily have to hit a 3-run homer now. Down 0-2.
The 0-2 pitch. Wow, that was almost a balk. He kind of stepped left with the left foot and off with the right foot. But just basically taking a timeout. The 0-2 to Udemar. Swing and a miss, struck him out on a breaking ball. Second out of the inning. Now Isaac Humphrey will bat. He led off this inning with a base hit. He's 1 for 3. Well, a huge break for Murray State to get Udemark there. Huge break. Pitch to Humphrey, swing and a miss on a fastball at 94 for strike one. Boy, showed some velocity on that one, didn't he? The 0-1 to Humphrey. Way up and away for ball one, breaking ball. Humphreys hit 13 home runs on the year, including one last night against this Murray State team. 1 ball, 1 strike to Humphrey. And a pitch. Breaking ball falls in for strike two. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That was an upper breaking ball to hit the top outer edge. That's a hard one to hit. 1-2 to Humphrey. Graham Kellum trying to get out of this inning with no further damage. And a pitch. Swing and a miss, struck him out on the breaking ball. Back-to-back strikeouts with a huge help on a ball that he let get away that hit Udemark, but they determined he leaned into it. If he doesn't move at all, he gets hit. And a tough break there, but a big inning for the Rebels. 5 runs on 2 hits, helped out with a bunch of free passes. Boy, disappointed. Udemark and Humphrey both strike out swinging, though. There were no errors and 2 men left. After 7, it's 12-8 now. We'll go to the 8th next. This is Rebel Baseball from Learfield.
You took the first step and quit smoking, but even former smokers may still be at risk for lung cancer. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know about a new low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early. It takes only 60 seconds and could save your life. You took the first step, now take the next. Visit SaveByTheScan.org for a simple quiz to see if you're eligible and talk to your doctor about screening. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Uh-oh, Brad's buzzed. Oh, yeah? Yeah, he's starting with the woots. And now a speech.
I just want to say that friendship is about heart and brain. Who's with me?
Good thing is, he knows when he's buzzed.
And my brain is saying, when it's time to go home, somebody call me a ride.
Love that guy.
Me too.
Know your buzzed warning signs? Call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
12-8 now. Murray State leads as we go into the last 2 innings of this baseball game. We owe you a station ID. We'll pause 10 seconds on the Ole Miss Radio Network. Mason Nichols is on the mound. He came in relief as the 5th pitcher to go the hill and got a ground out to end the 7th. He'll face the bottom third of the order here in the 8th. Talkin will lead off. Nichols kicks and delivers to him. Should have been a strike. It was on the outer edge. Called a ball. 1 ball, no strikes to Talkin. Ground out, strikeout, reached on an error, scored in a flyout. He's 0 for 4. And his pitch. That's low for ball 2, 2-0. It's almost a must, Brad, to hold them scoreless the next 2 innings.
Yeah, we've got to have a 0 right here for sure, David. The 6, 7, 8 due up for Ole Miss. Smith with Federico Foley.
The 2-0 to Talkin. Way up and away, not even close, ball 3. Hunter Elliott is throwing in the bullpen for Ole Miss. Pitched in game 2. Also Taylor Rabe. Foley's going to go out and visit with Nichols. Down 3-0 in a count. hits to Ole Miss's 6 for Murray State, and they're sweating it all of a sudden, Brad. It's amazing.
It is amazing. That
crazy game.
Bottom of the 7th. Kind of put everybody back on the edge of their seats, DK. And I said before that inning, we needed 4, 5, 6 runs. And got the 5. Had a chance to get another one, but good job by Kellum to get the punch outs.
3-0 to Talkin. And a pitch. Right down the middle, 92 fastball for a strike, so now 3-1. Runs on 19 hits. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Got an elevated fastball by him at 90. Full count to Talkin. And a pitch. Strike 3 called. Mason Nichols battles back, yells to his own dugout and to his teammates on the infield. Down 3-0. Big out, 1 down.
Yeah, made 2 real quality pitches to put him away.
And with that strikeout, remind you all strikeouts recorded by Ole Miss pitchers are brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance. New home and auto rates. Same great service. Farm Bureau. Go with the home team. Now Bermeo, the DH. He's 1 for 4. The single back in the 3rd. Mason Nichols winds, kicks, and delivers to Bermeo. This is up for ball 1. Fastball at 91. He's not have his normal velocity, but battling is Mason Nichols. We don't have anybody left that hasn't pitched at least once in, do we?
I don't think we do, DK. that well ran dry yesterday.
This one's fouled away for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Bermeo. Amazing that Hunter Elliott's warming up. Now, it's a matter of, are you going to be effective? He'll figure that out as he's warming up the bullpen. 1-1 to Bermeo. And a pitch from Nichols. Strike 2. 93, outer edge. 50-50 ball, went to Nichols. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 12-8, Murray State leading. Good frame by Foley, too. It did hit the edge of the box.
It was a strike.
The 1-2 outside for ball 2, 2-2. Fastball at 93 that time. You look ahead to the bottom of the 8th. Ole Miss has Smithwick, Federico, Foley, 6, 7, and 8. 2-2 to Bermeo. And a pitch. Strike 3 called. Inner edge. Good pitch. It was really the lower 9th box.
Well, one adjustment I've seen made from Joel Mangrum is we're just going to say, here's the 4-seamer. We're not throwing the cutter anymore. We're not throwing the all-speed. You're going to have to hit velocity if you're going to beat us.
Back-to-back strikeouts. That time looking as well. And the batter's Connor Cunningham, the 9-hole hitting freshman shortstops, 1 for 4 with a single and an RBI. 2 strikeouts swinging and a line out the opposite way to left, a left-handed hitter. Nichols kicks and delivers. Missing low for ball 1. Mason ready again, his 1-0 pitch. Right there for a strike. 1-1, 92 fastball. All fastballs. The 1-1. Right there. Strike 2. Fastball splits the plate. At the knees. Rebel fans to their feet, trying to throw a goose egg up on this Murray State offense. The 1-2 pitch. Low inside. 94 fastball. Ball 2. 2-2. The 2-2 pitch to Cunningham. Down low, ball 3, full count. Slipped maybe on the mound on that one. 93 fastball downstairs. Payoff pitch to Connor Cunningham. Nichols ready and delivers. Fouled it back. Got a fastball strike. Enter third. Fouled it straight back. Fans on their feet throughout the stadium. 11,905. Full count pitch to Cunningham. Popped it up left side. Headed to foul territory. Hill looks like he's got room and makes the catch for the out. 1-2-3 goes Murray State in the 8th. Rebels 6 outs to work with, down 4. 12-8 Murray State. We'll be back on the Ole Miss Radio Network.
Let's huddle up and make things happen with the only cards for the Grove. The Ole Miss Regions Visa Debit Card and Prepaid Regions Now Card. They're a win for your wallet and a big hottie toddy, whether you're purchasing stuff for game day or every day. Want to go all in on confidently showing your Ole Miss pride? Order your card now at regions.com/GoRebels. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC. Terms, conditions, and fees apply.
When you choose natural gas, chocolate chip cookies get a little tastier. Homes get a little cozier. Bank accounts tend to put on some weight. Towels get fluffier. Showers stay hotter for longer. And our blue planet gets a little greener. When it comes to choosing energy that's clean and efficient, nothing else could be more American. Atmos Energy, your natural gas company.
Crowd still on their feet and loud here at Swayze as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Ole Miss trying to find a way to come back. Knocked a big hole in it with 5 runs in the 7th, and it's now 12-8. 6 outs to work with. Campbell Smithwick 0 for 3 comes to the plate. He's had a really nice run. Reached base 24 of his last 43 trips coming into tonight, but looking for his first time to reach here. Left-handed hitter against the right-handed pitcher. Alabama's his walk-up song. Head coach for Murray State, Dan Skirka, he was dancing to it too. It's just a game, right?
Trying to keep his guys loose.
First pitch to Smithwick. Way inside, almost hit him. Probably would have. He kind of got out of the way of that one. It did not even register on the box. 1-0 to Smithwick. That one skips away for ball 2. Threw it in the dirt. Way inside at his feet. Fastball at 93, just overthrew it. We got folks in the bullpen, but they won't kill him to keep going if he can. 2-0 to Smithwick. There's a strike as he's taking that one. 2-1. Kellum ready again. And his 2-1 pitch. Fouled back. 2-2. Upstairs in and ready to go. 2-2 pitch. Curveball that slipped and stayed way up and away. Ball 3. Full count.
We've seen him several times with that pitch, David. Just doesn't have a good feel for it. And then he came back and made a good one on Judd Udemark. He has not been able to land that consistently.
Full count pitch. On the way. Fouled straight back. Came with a fastball. A little bit above the belt, and Campbell Smithwick fouled it off. Full count pitch again. Lines, kicks, and delivers. Foul that one back. That was another fastball strike, inner half. Full count to Smithwick again. Ground ball rolled up the middle. The second baseman has it, turns, throws, not in time. Smithwick beats it out for an infield single.
A heck of a battle right there between Kellum and Smithwick. They hadn't played in the 4-hole, David. You knew even if it didn't get through that Campbell runs really well. And he is able to leg it out. Infield single. It's exactly the start we needed.
Now Federico, the freshman's 0 for 2 with a hit by a pitch and a run score. We got a long way to catch up with them on infield singles, but we'll take it, right? 7th hit of the game for Ole Miss. 3rd off Kellum. Federico's pitch. Swung on, line drive, center field. Caught by the center fielder. Oh, right at Hogard. He barreled it up. Back to first goes Smithwick, 1 away.
Yeah, he can't hit it any harder than that. 101 off the bat. Just hit it right at him.
Austin Foley, the batter. Solo homer in the 3rd. Strikeout swing in the 5th. Walk and a run score in the 7th. Yeah, that needed to be more left and right to the center fielder instead of straight at him. You knew it was not going to drop. He barreled it up too good. Foley got his 21st home run of the year back in the 3rd. Breaking ball upstairs for ball 1. 1 on, 1 out. Murray State counting outs. Rebels have 5 to work with. Here in the bottom of the 8th, 12-8. Racers. Way upstairs, ball 2. 2-0. Kellum wants a different baseball. We'll roll it out, and the home plate umpire, Jake Eulenhop, says, okay, here's another one. To Foley. Swing and a miss. He got a fastball at the top of the zone and swung through it for strike 1. Came with heat there. Kellum ready again. Way high. Ball 3. 3-1. Came back with a breaking ball.
Yeah, you got to be on time right here. You know what's coming. Get the barrel going. Let's cut this game to 2.
3-1 to Foley. The pitch. Ball 4 outside. Boy, the free passes the last 2 innings out of Murray State's got to be killing them in the dugout. Because you pretty much got the game in control if you don't do that.
Yep. I think Braden Randall knows that. I think you got to take a pitch, David. I really do. He has not shown enough consistency.
Randall is 0 for 2 with an RBI on a bases loaded walk in the 7th. He did not see a strike. 4 pitches. First and second, one down, bottom of the 8th. The tying run now is on deck. The pitch. Swung on, fly ball, right field, way back. Mercer going back at the wall. It is out of here! Oh, my goodness. Come on, Foley. Keep going, dude. Don't let him pass you. 3-run homer. Randall. I got to tell you a great story. He hit 2 homers at Tennessee, has not hit one since. Earlier today, picking at him, I said, hey, Braden, when you hit those 2 homers at Tennessee, I thought you'd be about 30 by now. And he died laughing. He said, DK, I got 2 more years to play, baby. That's his first one since then. And boys and girls and ladies and gentlemen, it is a 1-run game. 12-11.
Well, good thing I was hoping he'd take a strike. That worked out well, didn't it?
Yeah. 12-11. Still just 1 out. Here's Sanford. Swing and a miss for strike 1. They've still got Kellum on the field.
And they just locked back in. It's a good at bat, Mitchell. Find a way to keep the train rolling. That's what you want right here.
Swing and a miss. Strike 2. He's down 0-2 in the count on a breaking ball. Sanford's 1 for 3. Still just 1 out in the inning. 12-11. We've been out hit 19-8. That was the 3rd home run for the Rebels in the game. 124 on the year. Ground ball, first base line. That's going to be foul. Sanford will come back to the plate. Well, he started on those next 30. What a swing by Braden Randall. Got it all. New career best in RBIs with 4 in the game now, too. 0-2 pitch. On the way. Foul ball, third base side. Bounces off the corner of the dugout for Murray State's house. Coach Clement picks it up off the bounce and throws it into the stands. Still 0-2 to Sanford. 41 career homers on the year for Mitch. He's got 17 this year for the Rebels. 0-2 to Sanford. Fouled it back. He's asking the home plate umpire Ulenhop if that was a strike, and I even saw him move his head a little bit saying yes. But it looks like it was high. No balls, 2 strikes to Sanford. Breaking ball, grounded, slow roller left side, could be trouble. Third baseman picks up the bare hand, not in time. Sanford beats it out. Great effort by Garner, but he can't make the play. The tying run at first. Go-ahead run coming to the plate in Luke Hill.
Man, we were due one of those, David. Infield single.
We're catching up.
But now you get back to maybe getting back into some run game.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll run. Ball's flying out of here. You got your best hitters coming up.
So the Rebels have scored 8 runs in the last 2 innings. Still just 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th as Sanford beats it out. Luke Hill's 1 for 4, 2-run single in the 7th. Takes it high for ball 1 from Kellum. Well, they are just not going to take him out of there, are they? They got their faith in who's been one of their better arms all year. 1-0. Throw to first, Sanford back. Mitch Sanford, 39 of 44 in his career in stolen bases, with successful 89% of the time. This year he's 13 of 15. Line drive, base hit to left for Luke Hill. Sanford goes to second and holds there. First and second, one out. 10 hits now for the Rebels. 12 to 11. Sixth hit off of Kellum. And here is Furness.
They do have a lefty up and throwing, Zitko.
Slow walk to the mound for the pitching coach, Steve Atkins. This place is on fire. We had some folks head to the exit. I bet they've come back. Rebels down, 12 to 3 at one point. They've cut it to 12 to 11. Zitko still warming up. Yeah, all unanswered runs. There's some youngsters with their shirts off over there. Another thing, Brad, you got really good speed on the base pass. You want to try to get out of that double play as well.
I wouldn't mind getting greedy and getting maybe a pass ball right here. Maybe the one of those breaking balls out of his hand stays way up.
Will Furness, 12 home runs on the year. He hit 2 last night against Murray State. First and second, one down to pitch. Swings and misses at a breaking ball for strike one. He was trying to knock that out of the yard. And he went after a pitch at his feet.
And I'm okay with that. That's your one pitch, but now Will's got to get back doing what Will does best, and that's use the whole field. Decker's playing him way over in the 4-hole.
Pick off at second. Shortstop's playing up the middle, caught the ball behind the bag, but Sanford got back in with no trouble. The 0-1 to Furness. That one drifts in for a strike. Count 0-2 to Will Furness.
Like I said, I don't think the fastball can beat Will, so I think he can stay back and use the whole field.
Down 0-2 in the count. And a pitch. Just missed inside. Came back with a breaking ball. Wouldn't give in. And missed about 3 balls in on the curveball. Count 1-2 to Furness. And a pitch. Swing got a piece of that, and the catcher couldn't hold it. I mean, he just barely tipped it. It fell out of the mitt of Beerling for Furness to barely stay alive. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Breaking ball low and in. Great location for Kellum. The 1-2. Missed outside. Ball 2. Tried to backdoor him with the breaking ball. Hill at first, Sanford at second. 1 out here in the 8th inning. Rebels have scored 3 to cut it to 1. 12 to 11. Kellum turns towards second, no throw. Wind has died down completely. Flags are pointing straight down, so it's all on your own on the home run. 2-2 to Furness. Down low, ball 3. Missed badly, way low, full count. He's still got to guard the dish, though, Brad.
Yeah, he does, David. I just don't think they're going to throw him a fastball. I just don't, but curious to see if we may get the runners in motion here, too.
Full count. Here's the pitch. Strike 3, inner edge, 50-50 ball. Just the edge of the baseball hit the zone, and the home plate umpire rung him up. 2 down.
Yep, 50-50 ball.
Too close to take.
Yep, Will thought it was in, but can't take that one.
Tough one to hit. That was a pitcher's pitch, wasn't it, for a left-handed hitter? So now, 2 away, first and second, and Judd Udemark to bat. He's going to visit with Mike Clement for a moment. Murray State 12, Ole Miss 11. We finally stopped the bleeding, kept them from scoring in the top of the 8th. They had scored in 3 straight frames, 5 of the last 6. And Ole Miss has scored 8 runs in the last 2 innings to get it to 1. Tying run at second base, go-ahead run at first with 2 outs. Judd Udemark hit a 2-run homer in the 4th, his 22nd of the year. Righty versus righty. And his pitch. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball for strike 1, right down the middle. He just missed it.
He got a good one. He went over and talked to Clem before the at-bat, and you knew it had to be about the breaking ball. We got a good one right there and just pulled off of it.
0-1 to Udemark. Got a fastball, top of the zone, called a strike. That was a 50-50 ball that went Kellum's way again. Udemark down 0-2 in the count. Checks the runners, delivers. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Breaking ball there. Strikes out the last 2, Furness and Udemark. Rebels get 3 runs, though, on 4 hits. 3-run homer by Braden Randall. Got the Rebels back within 1. No errors, 2 men left. We got a ball game as we go to the 9th. 12-11, Murray State. This is Rebel Baseball from Learfield.
Substance use disorder and addiction is so isolating. And so, as a Black woman in recovery, hope must be loud. It grows louder when you ask for help and you're vulnerable. It is the thread that lets you know that no matter what happens, you will be okay.
When we learn the power of hope, recovery is possible. Find out how at startwithhope.com. Brought to you by the National Council for Mental Wellbeing, Shatterproof, and the Ad Council.
Put your phone on D&D. That means that do not disturb when you're driving. And when you're going from point A to B, I need you to stay safe, please, so always sing with me. So put your phone on D&D. That means that do not disturb when you're driving. And when you're going from point A to B, I need you to stay safe, please, so always remember this beat.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Well, we go to the 9th inning, and Hunter Elliott is going to the hill in relief. Hasn't been a relief pitcher since the national championship year 2022. 10-3 with a 2.98 ERA. His goal is to try to throw up a goose egg, see if the Rebels can get a win. An inning and a third for Nichols. Retired all 4 he faced. 12-11, Murray State leads by 1.
Yeah, Mason did exactly what we needed to, David. Give us a chance to get back in it. That's exactly what we've done.
Hunter Elliott making his 17th appearance, first in relief. He and Maddox both pitching in relief for the first time. We've seen all 3 of our weekend starters in this game. Well, the offense has gotten it back within 1. So you go to the 9th, Murray State with a 1-run lead with the top of their order coming up. Hunter Elliott, see if he has any life in that arm. Pitched against Western Kentucky in the elimination game to help the Rebels get a big win over the Hilltoppers. Who would have thunk this? Pitched just 2 days ago. He'll face the right-handed hitting Jonathan Hogart first. 2 for 4 in the game with a walk, 2-run single and a double. Desperately wanting a goose egg are the Rebels. Got to get at least 1 in the bottom of the 9th. Here's the pitch. First one in there for a strike. 0-1. Little check swing. Fastball at 90 to Hogart. Close pitch right at the top of the zone. Now the 0-1. Swing and a miss. In on the hands. Changeup. Strike 2. You look ahead to the bottom of the inning. They're at the top of the order. The Rebels are at 6-7 or 5, 6, and 7. Humphrey, Smithwick, Federico. The 0-2 to Hogarth. Change up way upstairs for ball 1. 1 and 2. Runs, 19 hits for Murray State, 11 runs, 10 hits for Ole Miss. The 1-2 to Hogarth. Change up, popped up foul, first base side, heading out of play. It goes several rows deep, about 4 rows deep. Nobody can get to that one. As Furness and Udemark and also Federico in right field making a run for it. Still a 1-2 count to Hogarth. Will Furness called timeout. He lost his hat and his ear device, and now he's ready. He's kind of bouncing on his ear right now. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Hogarth. Elliott kicks, delivers the 1-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out on a 93 fastball.
Yeah, he reached back on that one, David. Said, here it is. We talk about the ride on that fastball. That's about where Hunter could top out. I don't know if he's throwing a pitch that hard in this regional.
Gas. 1 down for Dustin Mercer. 1 for 5 with an RBI triple in the 5th. Lefty on lefty here. Elliott delivers. Fastball strike. Top of the zone. 0-1 to Mercer. He hit 92 on that one. And a pitch. Way upstairs, ball 1. Off speed. No, that was a fastball too. 93, but it sailed high. 1 ball, 1 strike to Mercer. The 1-1. Change up, grounded toward Furness. He gloves it cleanly, steps on the bag. He didn't know he had it. Woo! In the glove, he looked, he thought it popped out, looked in the glove, so I got it, stepped on the bag, 2 away at first base.
That in between the hop, DK.
Yeah. Ellie went over, smiled at him, they tapped glove to glove, 2 down, and now Garner. Garner's 3 for 5, double, single, double. He's got 16 homers on the year, right-handed batter. The 3-hole hitter, 2 outs. Hunter Elliott. Kicks, delivers. In there on a changeup, looked like for strike 1. It was 80. Well, the velocity's not an issue, and neither is the control. The 0-1 to Garner. Elliott fires. Swing and a miss. Yo-yo, strike 2. Rebel fans are coming to their feet. Murray State has a 1-run lead, 12-11, top of the 9th. We're trying to throw up the second goose egg in a row and only the 3rd of the game against their offense. The 0-2 to Garner. Elliott kicks, fires. Just missed inside for ball 1. Tried to jam him with a fastball. He hit 94 on TrackMan on that one. One ball, 2 strikes. Lefty ready, the 1-2. changeup. They appealed to first, said he didn't go around. It was way upstairs. A check swing by Garner. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
That's the right pitch call, David. Just too high. He didn't go.
Yeah, Carson definitely did not go around. 2-2 to Garner. Elliott's pitch. Swung on, lifted down the right field line, foul. Federico giving it a chase, no chance. That's going to hit about 4 rows deep. He slides into the padding. Count still 2-2 to Garner. Winner of this one wins the Oxford Regional. Murray State holds on. They head to Duke. Rebels pull it out. Duke comes to Oxford. 2-2 to Garner. And a pitch. Check swing, missed high for ball 3, full count. 94 fastball upstairs.
Yeah, if he can locate the changeup right here, David, I think he'll get a swing and miss. You know, he's confident in that pitch.
And a pitch. That is the changeup. Rolled left side. Randall charges, has it, exchanges, throws, got the out. 3 up, 3 down for Hunter Elliott. He waves at the crowd. Can the Rebels get a run to keep it alive? Can they get 2 to win this one and pull it literally out of the fire? 12-11 Murray State. We'll be back on the Ole Miss Radio Network.
The passion, the tradition, the rivalries. Sirius XM is your destination for all things college sports. And we've got you covered on Sirius XM College Sports Radio. There's complete coverage of every major conference, plus live games and 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along on the Sirius XM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now you can get 3 months of Sirius XM free. Subscribe now and see offer details at SiriusXM.com/College Sports Radio 25.
Hey, Rebel fans, got a house hotter than a Mississippi summer or pipes colder than your team's rival? It's time to call Air South Cooling, Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical. Whether it's cooling you down, heating you up, fixing those leaky pipes, or keeping your lights on, Air South's got your back. We're the champions of home comfort, just like your Rebels on the field. Call Air South Cooling, Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical today, where your home is our home field. Call Air South now at 662-304-8412. Air South, we care more.
Bianco, a long meeting in front of the dugout through that entire break. Mike Clement now just leaving him, about to go to the third base box. Rebel hitting coach kind of discussing what they may want to do here. The Rebels have got to get a run to tie the game or Murray State will win the regional. 2 runs would win it. Humphrey, Smithwick, Federico, Foley would bat if one of those gets aboard. Here comes Isaac Humphrey. 1 for 4 with a single and a run scored in the 7th. Left-handed hitter against a right-handed pitcher. Graham Kellum still in the game. He entered back in the 7th, and he has struck out 4. Big back-to-back strikeout to the 8th with runners at first and second after the Rebels had cut it to 1. First pitch to Isaac Humphrey. Swung on, fouled back to our left for strike 1. Rebels have gotten 6 hits off of Graham Kellum since he entered. The 0-1. Strike call. Fastball low and away. Hit at the left edge. It was a good pitch. 0-2 to Humphrey. Breaking ball away for ball 1. He's going to try to backdoor him on that one. That curveball stayed too far out. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Humphrey. (12-11) Murray State. Last chance for the Rebels. Way inside, almost hit him. It missed him and skipped to the backstop for ball 2. Wow. That was a miracle for Kellum. That did not hit Humphrey. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a foul ball. It popped out of the mitt of Veerling. Veerling looked at the gloves. It popped out and slapped his mitt. And we talked about that in the past. There's a lot of luck involved in that. He got just enough, and it went off the left edge of the mitt. Veerling couldn't hold it. So Humphrey stays alive with a 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball, grounded foul, first base side. That ball was scorched. Just right of the bag down the line. Mistoni, the first baseman's hugging that line pretty good, though. Still 2 balls, 2 strikes to Isaac Humphrey. And a pitch. Swing and a piece of it and off the mitt again. And Veerling just looks at the dugout like, oh my. Just enough that he couldn't catch it to stay alive. 2-2 again to Humphrey. He's almost struck him out twice. Kellum ready. 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 called on a 50-50 ball on the inner edge. Did hit the box. 1 down. Big out for Kellum.
Yeah, I'll say this. When he's needed to reach down and make a quality pitch, he's been able to do it.
Rebels down to their last 2 outs. Smithwick 1 for 4 with a single and a run scored in the 8th. 5 home runs on the year for Campbell. Takes the first one, strike. Inner edge kind of high, but it was in the TrackMan zone at least. 0-1 to Smithwick. And a pitch. Strike 2 on the outer edge. No balls, 2 strikes to Smithwick. Tying run at the plate. Winning run is on deck. Rebels trail 12-11 with 1 out, nobody on. The 0-2. Swung on, hit deep to right field, but foul. Well, he got a lot of that. Hanging breaking ball. It was down and in. Count says 0-2 to Smithwick. Kellum ready with an 0-2. Way upstairs for ball 1. Fastball high. He wanted to go with an elevated fastball, but that one sailed way too up for Smithwick to chase it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Count is 1-2. Clock has already gotten down to 6 seconds. Now they're going to reset it. There was some kind of communication between Kellum and the home plate umpire. They reset it again. 1-2 to Smithwick. Swung on and fouled away. Campbell battling at the plate. Rebels have come all the way back from down 12-3 to get it 12-11. This one's outside, ball 2, 2-2. Murray State, I'm sure early in the game thought 12 would be no problem. Now, in a tight moment, but they've got 1 out with nobody on. The 2-2 to Smithwick. Fouled straight back. Fastball right down the middle at 91. They do have 2 pitchers in the bullpen, but right now, they're riding Graham Kellum. The 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball low, ball 3, full count, just missed low. But the umpire has really called the 50-50 balls for the pitchers, though, so anything close might not want to take. Full count to Smithwick.